It's the middle game of this three-game series between the Evansville Otters and the Florence Yarls. Yesterday, Evansville able to walk away with a 9-1 winner, and so they will be looking for their second series win of the 2024 season here at Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Kyle Chandler joining you here for the pregame show. A beautiful day here at the ballpark, 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies, 9 miles an hour with the wind, and right now our beautiful American flag blowing out toward left field. And it is a little bit humid at the ballpark, 57% humidity, so the real feel up a few more ticks than what our weather app says with that 80 degrees. Really, it's 83, 84, but still, nonetheless, a great day for baseball here on Military Appreciation Night. So happy you could join us here for the ride, and Evansville had something going for them yesterday. That 9-1 win was one of their only victories of the year that we've seen out of them where they have played a complete game, 1 through 9 innings in both the offensive, defensive, and pitching categories. No errors for Evansville yesterday. And this is a team that's 13th in fielding percentage in all the Frontier League. And, well, what can't you say about the pitching staff and what the Otters did to the Yarls yesterday? They razzled, they dazzled, and they had Florence completely discombobulated at the plate. They were led by Zach Smith, who picked up his first win of the 2024 season. Smith, the right-hander, went 7 innings, allowing just the run on 3 hits with as many walks and 8 strikeouts. He was absolutely magnificent, and he also left the game retiring his last 10 batters, and at one point he also had a streak of 5 strikeouts in a row. Griff Hughes and Tyler Driver also followed suit with Smith's dominating performance. Hughes went a 1-2-3 in the 8th, punching out the side, and Driver struck out 1 in the 9th, setting the Yarls down in order. So all in all, to end the game from the last out of the 4th inning all the way through the end of the 9th, there were 16 in a row retired for the Otters pitching staff, and well, they'll be looking to do more of the same here today. And offensively, it was just as good. The Otters, 9 runs on 10 hits, and this is a team that has garnered more and more hits over the last couple of weeks of baseball. Their average has crept up from about 235 to where they sit now, 252 as a team. So they are getting better in that category. But yesterday it was special because they were able to get timely hits. They had bases loaded at one point, and Randy Bednar crushed a 2 RBI double to the left center wall. And then later in that 5th inning, when Bednar already had plated a couple, Pavin Parks stepped to the plate, and there were 2 down with 2 runners on, and the newly acquired third baseman launched a home run over the right center wall, and that was in his 3rd plate appearance, 2nd at bat. He had already had a sacrifice RBI fly earlier in the game. So just to add on about how good the situational hitting was yesterday for Evansville, we really haven't seen it too much this season, but hopefully that's a stepping stone and a chance for them to build some momentum as they can also add to that here tonight. And we'll see what they can do against this Florence Yarls lineup. Speaking of the lineups, let's go through them. The starting 9 for both sides here tonight. For the Florence Yarls, they are 7-16 on the year, led at the helm by manager Chad Rhodes. Hank Zeisler, the left fielder, will lead things off. Craig Massey, the designated hitter, bats 2nd. Brian Fuentes out at 3rd. He will bat 3rd. And TJ Reeves cleans up out in right field. Zade Richardson, the first baseman, batting 5th. Ed Johnson, the center fielder, bats 6th. Sergio Gutierrez doing the catching. He bats 7th. Jeremiah Burks batting 8th out at 2nd base. And batting 9th will be the shortstop, Alberti Chavez. On the mound for Evansville, it'll be Casey Delgado, and Delgado just in his 2nd appearance of the 2024 season. However, the last time Delgado was on the mound, well, he was awesome. And for a guy who has not pitched since 2020. Entering this year, he really did not look like he lost anything. Skill-wise, he was really able to come out and just have an immediate impact. Although he only pitched 4 innings in his first and only start here this year, he only gave up 1 run, so he has a 2.25 ERA. He also picked up a couple of strikeouts, and he set his team up for success later in the game. The Otters did not win, but Delgado certainly played his part, and he'll look to do the same here tonight. Let's flip the book over, taking a look at the Evansville Otters. They are 8-17 on the year, led at the helm by manager Andy McCauley. Mason White will lead things off. He's out in center field. Riley Delgado, the shortstop, bats second. And batting third, playing first base, is David Menda. The cleanup is Randy Bednar. He's out in left field. Paven Parks, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Yomar Reyes back in the lineup after missing yesterday. He's at the hot corner, and he bats sixth. Mike Peabody, the right fielder, batting seventh. Jake Green doing the catching. He bats eighth. And Troy Hamilton, the shortstop, will fill out the starting 9. Rather, the second baseman, I beg your pardon, will fill out the starting 9. And on the rubber is Yoniker Villalobos for Florence, 1-2 on the year. This is his 6th game in starts here tonight, 25 2/3 prior innings and a 3.51 ERA. We're going to take a step aside here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. We'll have the national anthem, and when we come back, it's first pitch coming your way, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Leave the playing field. And would you please remain standing as we honor America's freedom, those who now protect it, and pay tribute to those that sacrifice. The singing of our national anthem, presented by Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, performed this evening by Jerry Shapker.
Oh, say, can you see by the glowing early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. The Retired Veterans Memorial Club, honoring those veterans who passed
It's that time of the day again. Otters baseball coming your way here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. So happy you could join us here for this glorious Saturday night. Kyle Chandler with you here for the play-by-play, and the Evansville Otters looking for their second series win of the 2024 campaign. They will match wits and lock horns with the Florence Yalls. Florence 7-16 on the season. Evansville 8-17, and both of these teams are tied right now at the bottom of the West Division. Evansville with one more win, but also with one more loss. It should be an entertaining one here today as both teams look to gain some steam throughout the rest of the month and climb back toward the top of the Frontier League standings. Ballpark dimensions here at historic Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana. 315 apiece down the left and right field lines. 375 to the left and right center alleys. And toward dead center, it is 400 on the nose. Calling our balls and strikes here tonight, our home plate umpire, Reed Hoover. Out at first base, it'll be Trevor Klosterman, and our third base umpire is Alex Lowry. Casey Delgado will toe the rubber for Evansville. Delgado into his second appearance and second start of the 2024 season. He has worked in 4 innings in his first outing, a 2.25 ERA, no pitching record. Hank Zeisler digs in from the left side of the batter's box, and Delgado, the right-hander, ready. He's into the wind, and today's first pitch is on the way, a swing and a miss delivered at 6:38 p.m. And we're underway here at Bosse Field. 80 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Here's the next pitch from Delgado, and it's a bouncing breaking ball inside. The count 1-1 to Zeisler. Hell, it is a little bit humid here today. 57% humidity according to my weather app. And that has brought the overall real feel up a few degrees. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 now to Zeisler. But I'll tell you, earlier today, there were supposed to be storms coming through Bosse. We haven't had them yet, so very blessed in that regard. Delgado ready. He twirls and deals the 1-2. Breaking ball misses a little bit outside. 2-2 the count. Well, tonight is Military Appreciation Night here at the ballpark. Delgado's next delivery, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Zeisler down on strikes. Couldn't connect with the upstairs fastball, and Delgado continues to roll from his first outing of the year. And now he will face Craig Massey. A 5-pitch strikeout. No score between Evansville and Florence. Here's the next pitch from Delgado. And it's a fastball that misses away, 1-0 to Massey. And again, tonight being our Military Appreciation Night, so the players celebrating by wearing Military Appreciation Night jerseys. Here's the 1-0. And it's a fastball at the top of the zone, called a strike to even the count. These are some really, really cool jerseys, and they will be auctioned here tonight. Now the 1-1. And it's a fastball upstairs. Evansville has gray and black tops, white pants, still the blue Otters going across the chest. Here's the 2-1, and it's slapped back to the screen foul. But across the front of the jersey, there is a D-Day photograph across the chest. So on June 6th this year, which was on Thursday, that was the 80th year marker of D-Day. Now the 2-2 home. And it's a fastball high and away. I'm just going to assume that everybody knows what D-Day is. if you don't, you, one, live under a rock, and two, I'd highly encourage you to look it up. Now the payoff. Chopped over toward the right side of the infield, charging the first baseman Mendham, covering the bag Delgado. He receives the flip, and there's 2 down. So a 3-1 putout sends Massey back to the dugout. And here's Brian Fuentes. No score between Evansville and Florence, top of the first.
Batting third at third base, 3.
Really, really cool stuff. And Evansville, as a whole, the organization has the utmost respect for our veterans who have served this country. One of my buddies is now a veteran. Here's the first pitch to Brian Fuentes. At the knees, a called strike, 0-1. Kai Kawalu just finished his service with the U.S. Army. Here's the 0-1 home. And it's tapped into the glove of Green, a foul tip. 0-2 now to Fuentes. So him and everybody else who has served, we thank you for your service. Now the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses a little bit outside. And we'll talk a little bit more about D-Day and why it was so significant later in the broadcast, because it's important. Now the 1-2 from the right-hander. Breaking ball, called, strike 3. 2 Ks in the inning for Delgado, a 1-2-3 as he sets the Yalls down in order. We'll head to the home half of the first inning with Evansville coming to bat.
Thank you so much, Chloe. Our pitcher catcher battery is Yoniker Villalobos on the mound. Sergio Gutierrez behind the plate. That battery is powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery at the Answer Auto Repair East, 2319 North Greenville Road, or 812-475-9000. Tell them Zane from the Otters sent you.
Mason White leading it off here in the bottom of the first inning. No score between Florence and Evansville, and on the rubber, it is Yoniker Villalobos, the southpaw, 1-2 on the year. This is his 6th appearance, all in starts, 25 2/3 prior innings, and a 3.15 ERA. Lefty on lefty battle to begin the offensive night for Evansville. First pitch swinging for White, he fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Well, we were talking about D-Day in the last half inning. Of course, tonight is our military appreciation night. Here's the next pitch. And it's a fastball up and in, 1-1 the count to White. So Evansville rocking their military appreciation night jerseys. Again, those will be auctioned at the ballpark. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, ground ball out towards second. Burks up with it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and there's 1 down. Now, to give a little bit of context as to why D-Day is so significant, it was one of the many major battles in World War II. But it also led to the liberation of France, which at the time denied the Nazi German army any further exploitation of that country. First pitch swing and a miss to Riley Delgado, 0-1. So the Germans couldn't use any more of the country's economic and manpower resources. Here's the 0-1. And it's sent back to the screen foul. 0-2 to Delgado. But it also put the Allies on a decisive path toward victory. It was a massive win for the Allies. Villalobos ready. He offers up. And the 0-2 is swung on, hit out of play toward the right side. We'll try it again for Delgado. And the Americans and the rest of the Allies were losing that battle when it first happened, and then they overcame adversity. 0-2 pitch misses downstairs. And they overtook the beach of Normandy and ended up winning a key battle in World War II. Here's the 1-2. And it's tapped at the plate foul. We'll try it again for Delgado. Delgado 2 for 5 last night, working on a 6-game hit streak. And on the season, Delgado has really started to get that average to climb back up in his favor, batting .268 now in the 2-hole. No score between Evansville and Florence. Bottom of the first inning. Villalobos ready. And he deals. 1-2 slap toward the right side, but this will hook foul. My great-grandfather, Nev Chandler Sr., battled in D-Day, and he was a part of the Big Red. So he was a member of the first line, a part of that first wave to get to Normandy. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's slapped out of play again. A good battle here brewing between Delgado and Villalobos. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up. Oh, the stories that he would tell my dad. Here's the 1-2. And this ball shot back up the middle, base hit. How about that? What an at-bat for Delgado. Wins the 8-pitch affair. And he fell behind in the count early, battled and fought off some pitches, and he's on board with a 1-out single. So now it's David Mendham at the plate, no score, bottom of the first. Let me tell you, my great-grandfather did not tell too many stories about World War II, and especially about D-Day because of how horrific it was. But the ones that he did really emphasized the brutality of it. Here's the first pitch to Mendham. And he takes outside for a ball, 1-0. After the war ended and my great-grandfather came home, he was stationed and put up in a hotel, and he threw his uniform out the window. Didn't want it. Here's the 1-0. And it misses outside, 2-0 to Mendham. He just didn't want to think about it, didn't want to talk about it. He wanted to put it behind him, as I'm sure so many other service members did at the time. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball upstairs in the count, 3-0. So we'll say it again. Thank you to everybody who has served, from everybody here at the Evansville Otters. We truly, truly appreciate you. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's a fastball upstairs, a 4-pitch walk to Mendham. He'll head down to first base, up to second Delgado, and now it'll be Randy Bednar at the plate. No score between Evansville and Florence. We're in the middle game of this 3-game set. Evansville taking the series opener yesterday. And Bednar was a huge contributor in Evansville's success. 3 for 4 a night ago, a home run, 3 RBI, 4 runs scored, and a couple of doubles. Here's the first pitch to him. And Bednar takes a little bit low, 1-0. There was a member of the staff here at Evansville who was joking around with Randy. Here's the pitch. And he sends it back to the screen. Randy was hitless in the series finale against Lake Erie. Had a strikeout or two, and a member of the staff here at Evansville said, "You had a terrible game." And Randy took it as a joke. He said, "Oh, come on. One bad game and you're going to get on me?" So then yesterday he put all doubt to rest that he was more than capable of getting the job done at the plate. Next pitch to him misses inside, 2-1. We already knew that, but Randy took it personally. And again, he lit up the Florence pitching staff yesterday. First and second, one out. Here's the pitch. And Bednar hits it to the right side, out of play, foul. And the count 2-2.
Choose the best. Never regret it.
Villalobos, the left-hander, leans in and he gets the sign. Glove at his face. And he offers up the 2-2. Swung on, Smoke back up the middle, and it's under the glove of Chavez. This will go into left center. Rounding third, heading for home, Delgado. Throw into the infield, cut off, and it is an RBI single for Bednar. Delgado scores and makes it a 1-0 game. Bednar continues to deliver time and time again. He has been one of the top hitters in this order. And he comes through with an RBI knock, and now it'll be Pavin Parks at the dish. Well, you want to talk about a guy who has really come on for the team recently. Bednar has had a flaming hot bat. Here's a lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Parks, and it's at the knees, a called strike, 0-1. So first and second again for Evansville. And they draw first blood here in the bottom of the first inning. Now the next pitch, and Parks hits a broken back ground ball off towards the right side of the infield. Backhanded by Richardson, and the throw to his pitcher covering Villalobos couldn't reel it in, and this one will go out towards home. It was down on the right side of the infield, but it was outside the dirt circle of home plate. It was backed up by Gutierrez, the catcher, but everybody is safe. And that'll most likely go down as an E3. That was not a good throw from Richardson. So Bednar up to second, Mendham now on third, and Parks on first base. Just one down in the inning, and immediately we have time called with Carl Craigie heading out toward the rubber. Well, it was a short meeting. Yesterday, the starter Luke Helton for Florence ended up going 6 innings, but he gave up 7 earned runs. Today, Villalobos, who has been one of the top arms in this Florence pitching staff, struggling here early on. Yomar Reyes at the dish, and the first pitch to him is lined back toward the screen near the Otters dugout, 0-1. So an early opportunity for the Otters to split this game open. 3 base hits already in the game. Here's the pitch. And it's at the knees, just a smidge low. 1-1 the count now to Reyes. And they're actually going to mark that down as a base hit. So no error on that last play. Parks with an infield single. Here's the 1-1 to Reyes. And it's a tapper onto the left side of the infield. Tough play for the pitcher, Villalobos. And he throws home, not in time! Mendham able to beat. And Mendham got a great jump on the baseball. Here's Chad Rhodes to argue the call at home. The pitcher, Villalobos, had to come down the third base line. It was almost toward the chalk. It was a swinging bunt from Reyes. And Rhodes did not like the call by our home plate umpire, Reed Hoover. He was right there to make it. It was close at the plate, and, well, with no replay, I can't see this getting overturned. The umpires will convene, but how is anyone else going to overturn that call? So as it stands now, it's another infield single, this time to Reyes, and it comes with an RBI. And the call stands. How about that? 4 base hits for Evansville here in this first inning. And they have plated 2 runs to take a 2-0 lead. So everybody advances 90 feet. The bases stay loaded. Reyes on first, Parks on second, Bednar on third, and here's Mike Peabody.
Number 20, Mike Peabody.
Well, Reyes did not get all of that one, but found a soft spot in the defense. And I'll tell you, Reyes has some decent speed going down the line. So if Villalobos would have thrown it to first, he wouldn't have got him. And so Villalobos recognized that. He went home and wasn't in time. Here's the first pitch to Peabody. In there, a called strike, 0-1. Peabody 0 for 3 yesterday. A walk and a strikeout. Lefty on lefty matchup. The pitch swung on line, back up the middle, and this is taken on a bounce by Burks near the second base bag. Steps on it for one. Relay to first will pull Richardson off the bag. And so out at second is Reyes for out number 2. It's a fielder's choice. Another run comes in to score with Bednar touching home. So it's an RBI for Peabody, his 9th of the season. Moving up to third, Parks, and standing on first is Peabody. So it is a 3-0 game. Evansville leading Florence here in the bottom of the first inning. And now it's the catcher, Jake Green, coming to the plate. Well, this has been a disastrous first inning for Yoniker Villalobos. He has been knocked around the yard. And here's the first pitch to Green. Swing and a miss. Well, I think backtracking to that base hit for Reyes, they're actually not going to mark it a base hit, and instead they're going to mark it a fielder's choice. So everybody was safe, but it was still a fielder's choice. Here's the 0-1 home. And it's at the knees, a called strike. Nevertheless, Evansville has garnered 3 knocks and as many runs here in this first inning. Here's the next pitch from the left-hander, and the 0-2 is swung on and missed. That'll do it here in the first inning. Well, Evansville jumping off to an early lead, and they have a 3-run advantage after 1 inning of play. Florence still scoreless, and their bats will come to the plate in the second when we come back on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
It's time for our DBAT Digibat Home Run Derby. Tanner is going to be spinning around it back 10 times and then hitting the ball off the tee. If he can hit it in the net, he'll be going home with some free Otters tickets.
Pump fake, or is it just because he threw home, it's always a fielder's choice? Okay, gotcha.
Strikes forward. We have a very special birthday here at the ballpark tonight. I would like to wish a very happy birthday to Phyllis Bussey, who is here at Bussey Field. On the count of three, let's wish Phyllis a very happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to Phyllis Bussey. Great to have you with us. Leading off, batting fourth and right field for T.J. Reeves.
Top of the second inning, and it's Evansville 3, Florence nothing. T.J. Reeves will lead things off. First pitch from Casey Delgado. A weak roller out to third. Reyes fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time. One pitch, one out here to begin this top of the second. Well, for Casey, he worked a 1-2-3 in the first inning. Threw 15 pitches, 9 strikes. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Delgado on the rubber, he saw one appearance earlier this year. His first game started in the series finale against Washington. Now the first pitch to Zade Richardson. In there for a called strike, 0-1. That was back on May 30th. Aside from that, he has not pitched since 2020. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses away. So this is a guy who has not had professional experience in a long time. Now the 1-1. Fastball just off that inside corner. But when you watch him pitch, it seems like he has not missed a beat. Here's the 2-1. And it's a breaking ball slap foul down the right side, and we'll try it at 2-2. He just looks so poised, and that is a great sign for Andy McCauley and Max Peterson. He's ready, and the right-hander into the wind. He twirls and deals. Breaking ball, swing and miss. Strikeout number 3 here in the second inning for Delgado. And he has worked 5 up, 5 down to begin the ball game. So now coming to the plate with the bases empty, Ed Johnson. And this Florence offense struggled yesterday. They have come out today and also struggled. First pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. So Delgado off to a hot start this season. He spent time on the DL earlier in the year, the 0-1. And it misses just a little bit low. Well, the only downside that we've seen from Delgado is his inability to travel with the team. He will only pitch in home games this year. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, slap foul to the right side. And, well, when you give up pro ball for 3 full seasons, you got to find something else to do. And unfortunately for Evansville, Delgado has a full-time job. Now the 1-2 pitch. Misses below the knees. And they count 2-2 now to Johnson. So Delgado is unable to travel because he has work, other work. If this job wasn't already enough. Deuces are wild. Here's the 2-2. This ball swung on, crushed high and deep to left. Bednar backing up at the track, and he puts it away. 6 up, 6 down for Casey Delgado. It's another 1-2-3 inning here in the second, and we'll take it to the bottom of the inning. Your score, Evansville 3, Florence nothing on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
It's time for the Hoosier Lottery's jackpot toss. Our honor bell will release Hoosier Lottery beach balls into the crowd. Toss the balls through the crowd, and when the music stops, everyone 18 years or older holding a ball will win a $30 Hoosier Lottery prize bag. Are you ready? Launch!
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You know how to make it right. Stop by your local Food and Laundry retailer to pick up yours at Rebellion Chicken for tonight's show. Must be 18 years or older to play.
I gotta give you credit for that nugget.
Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Chloe. It's time to see who gets to upgrade to the Ashley Furniture Home Store Best Seats in the House. Our lucky winner will get to spend the rest of the game with the Best Seats in the House. So I say congratulations to Emily Taylor. Emily Taylor is our Ashley Furniture Home Store Best Seat in the House winner. Now look for the Best Seats in the House and enjoy the view for the rest of the game with your feet picked up. And the Best Seats in the House also means you have the best view of the Heritage Video Board and Honor Vision. Follow along with all of our video board action this evening and be sure to check out heritagefederal.org for all of your banking needs. Debbie Knight, the second baseman, number 1, Troy Hamilton.
Bottom of the second inning here at Bosse Field, and it is 3-0 Evansville. Troy Hamilton will lead things off for the Otters. 9-1-2 in the order. Back on the rubber, Yoniker Villalobos looking to settle down after what was a disastrous first inning for him. Gave up 3 runs on as many hits. The left-hander ready, he deals, and Hamilton takes high, and the count 1-0. Well, Troy Hamilton, a kid who saw his professional debut with Evansville in the Lake Erie series. The pitch, and he grounds it back to the screen, foul. Hamilton in his professional debut, 2 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and a run. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he grounds it to the left side, foul. 1-2 to Hamilton. Played shortstop that day, and the only blemish to his stat card as a whole was the 2 errors that he committed in the field. Now the 1-2, and it's a fastball that misses outside. 94 miles an hour on the gun. Villalobos, a tall drink of water. Here's the 2-2. And it's grounded to the left side, and he uses his body well to get down the rubber. Villalobos, 230 pounds of mass. Not as tall as I thought he was, only 6'1", but he looks taller out on the mound. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss, and it's strike 3 for Hamilton. So back-to-back strikeouts, dating back to that first inning for Villalobos. Now the lineup will turn over, and here's Mason White. 3-0 Otters, bottom of the second. Well, tonight our military appreciation night. What a great night here, and a beautiful day for it. Here's the first pitch to White, and he slaps one toward the left side. Base hit into shallow left, and White will take a turn at first. He tosses out the anchor there. So he goes after the first pitch and picks up a base hit.
Shortstop, number 8.
White has been a fun player to watch in his early tenure with Evansville. And he's a 1-out base runner. So now it's Riley Delgado at the plate. He singled and scored his first time up. Here's the next pitch, and it misses low in the dirt, taken for a ball, 1-0. Well, the VFW was also here. They sang the national anthem, and they also were out in the outfield lined up together, fired off the rifles. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Delgado. On the outside corner, a called strike, evens the count. That was an awesome moment, and they got a huge standing ovation. Now the 1-1 home. Runner goes to second, bouncing ball in the dirt off of Gutierrez, kicks outside the dirt circle toward the first baseline, which will allow White to steal second uncontested. Well, Evansville used to be a team that swiped a lot of bags, but that was because they had Patrick Lee on the roster, who accounted for most of those stolen bags. At one point, Evansville was number 2 in the Frontier League in attempted swipes and successful swipes. Here's the 2-1 to Delgado, and it misses inside, the count 3-1. Now, Evansville still very efficient when stealing bases, so they pick the right times after that one from White. 26 of 28 on the year, but they're tied for 11th. Here's the 3-1, and it's slapped back to the screen foul. The count now full to Delgado. So they have not been stealing as much since Lee left. Well, Lee had 10 of those swipes, and he was a perfect 10 of 10. Here's the 3-2 from Villalobos. And it's shot down the right field line, but this is just foul. But again, when they are stealing, they are really making it count. They've only been thrown out twice on the bases this year. The southpaw ready. Here's the 3-2. And it misses outside, ball 4. Let me tell you something. Delgado has been putting together incredible at-bats the last couple of weeks of baseball, and he has had a terrific home series. During this homestand, Delgado 5 for 7 against Lake Erie, and again 2 for 5 last night. He's 1 for 1, and he's reached base in both plate appearances tonight. Now at the plate, David Mendham. Here's the first pitch to David, and he takes one just below the knees for a ball, 1-0. So that is 8 for 13 for Delgado, just alone in this homestand. Now the 1-0 pitch from Villalobos, and it misses outside. 2-0 the count to Mendham. Well, Mendham at the plate has seen 6 pitches, and they have all been balls here tonight. Drew a 4-pitch walk his first trip up, and now with a 2-0 count here. Lefty on lefty battle. And Villalobos sends it in. Mendham takes low, 3-0. So Villalobos in danger of loading the bases. Evansville leads it 3-0, bottom of the second inning, and there's one down. Villalobos ready at the set, and the pitch. 3-0, get me over fastball, touches the inside corner, and it's 3-1. Well, Mendham, a .384 average on the season, still one of the best hitters in the Frontier League. He lost his first place spot yesterday, but now still third. Here's the 3-1. And he crushes this one high and relatively shallow toward right, and this is going to sink quickly for a base hit. Off the bat, the trajectory of the baseball looked way higher than it ended up being. And it was actually a line shot toward right field. He still crushed it, but a little bit more elevation, and who knows where that one would have went. But Mendham able to get his hit streak up to 3 games now, and he has also reached base twice here tonight. And now at the plate, it's Randy Bednar. Bases loaded, 3-0 Evansville. Here's the pitch to Bednar, and it's a bouncing ball in the dirt, blocked by Gutierrez, 1-0. Lefty on righty matchup. Villalobos ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's above the belt, taken for a ball. 2-0 now to Bednar. Randy, his first time up at an RBI single. Was 3 for 4 yesterday with a home run and 3 RBI. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Now Bednar brought in a lot of guys yesterday, but he also scored 4 times. So he was active on the bases, and give credit to the rest of the lineup because Evansville yesterday put together a complete game. Here's the next pitch, swung on, slapped out towards short. Chavez picks it up, flips it to second for 1, on to first, double play. Well, Evansville had the bases loaded with 1 out, but it's a 6-4-3 twin killing, and they are left empty-handed here in the second. They lead it 3-0 over Florence, and we'll take it to the third on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
Thank you so much, Chloe. If you're looking for new concession items, head to our first base concession stand for new Italian food offerings, including fried ravioli, Bosco's Dixon Pizza, and check out third base concession for the specialty menu items such as the Secret Weapon, a flat top burger topped with pulled pork and an onion ring made to order. If you're looking for a quick soda or beer, we have a brand new grab and go directly behind the
Sorry, I forgot about
stand.
social media. Do you need me to take it over? I saw you posted the first post, but I figured I'd offer anyways.
Batting 7. And catching to Sergio Gutierrez.
Bottom third of the order due up for Florence, and Evansville leads it 3-0. Casey Delgado back on the rubber, and his first pitch to Sergio Gutierrez misses inside, and it's 1-0. Well, dating back to yesterday's game, there have been 22 in a row retired. The next pitch misses low. Evansville closed out the series opener against Florence, retiring the last 16 Yalls. They recorded the final out in the 4th inning and never gave up another base runner afterward. Next pitch slapped to the right side of the infield, foul. 2-1 the count now to Gutierrez. And Delgado here tonight has started the game 6 up, 6 down. That one courtesy of the Yalls broadcaster, Rory Teddemer. Here's the 2-1. And it's on the inside corner. He brought that to my attention in between innings, and I said, holy smokes, you're right. That is incredible. So shout out to Rory. He's a great guy. And the count now 2-2 to Gutierrez. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss.
That's a German-American bank.
How about this from Casey Delgado? 7 in a row retired, and he has 4 strikeouts to his card already with just 1 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Evansville leads it 3-0, and now Jeremiah Burks at the plate. First pitch to him is grounded down the third base side foul, and the count 0-1. Well, Delgado has been on quite the roll here to begin tonight's ball game. Righty on righty battle, and the next pitch to Burks. Here it is. Breaking ball at the top of the zone, called strike 2. Delgado grew up with his brother Riley in Miami, Florida. He's ready now in the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tap back to the screen, foul. We'll try it again for Burks. Casey went to Austin Peay State University. He pitched collegiately there. Afterwards, he spent some time in the affiliated circuit, all with the New York Mets. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks here to begin this top of the third, and that is number 5 here tonight for Delgado. You cannot ask for a better start than this. And now it's Alberti Chavez at the plate. First pitch on the way, here it is. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Chavez, a .222 hitter on the year. Here's the next pitch from Delgado. And it's a breaking ball just off the outside corner. Evens the count, 1-1. Delgado began his affiliated career in 2015. It ended in 2017. Here's the 1-1. And it's a fastball just a bit upstairs. 2-1 the count. So he lasted 3 seasons in the affiliated ranks, and all of those years were with New York. Reached as high as AA. Now the 2-1 home. Shot back up the middle, off the mound. A diving attempt by Hamilton behind the second base bag. Couldn't get it. And there's your first base runner for Florence. 8 in a row retired to begin the ball game. And in total, that made it 24 in a row retired by the Evansville pitching staff dating back to yesterday's game. Broken up by the Alberti Chavez single. He's the 2-out base runner. Here's Hank Zeisler. First pitch from Delgado, and it's a fastball, maybe a fraction upstairs, 1-0. Evansville leads it 3-0. 2 down here in this top of the third frame. Righty on lefty battle. Now the pitch home. Fastball a little bit in, 2-0. Well, in that final season for Delgado, he pitched with the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. That's the AA club of the Mets. Was 11-6 that season, a .459 ERA. Here's the 2-0. And it's swung on, hit hard out towards second. Diving attempt by Hamilton. Fields it cleanly and flip to second in time for the Force. What a play by Hamilton. Fully sprawled out toward the second base bag. And he takes a hit away from Zeisler. That'll do it. Here in the top of the third, your score, Evansville 3 and Florence 0. Yeah, right.
And we've got a pretty clear winner tonight. Nice work. Congratulations. And back to you, Zane.
Thanks, Chloe. Otters are back tomorrow, 5:05 first pitch time for the series finale against the Alls. Join us for Dog Days this summer. Bring your furry friends and enjoy $2 hot dogs. Tickets still available at EvansvilleOtters.com. And then after tomorrow, the Otters will be on the road until the home schedule resumes on June 18th. That starts a 9-game homestand in 10 days, June 18th. So tomorrow's the series finale here. Otters are then on the road next week and back at Bossier Field for the first of 9 straight home games on June 18th. Designated hitter, number 11, Haven Parks.
Bottom of the third inning, and the first pitch from Yoniker Villalobos in there for a called strike. The count 0-1 to Paven Parks. Parks with an infield single, his first time at the plate. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the pitch, and it's on the outside edge, strike two. Now Parks yesterday made his Evansville debut. Started the year in the American Association. Things just didn't work out, and well, Matt Will, the main man of communication here, and I were talking yesterday, and I said, how in the world did nobody else pick this guy up? Now the 0-2. And it misses downstairs, 1-2. Well, Andy McCauley did, and he made his impact known. 1 for 3 a night ago, a 3-run homer. Had 4 total RBIs on the day. 1-2, swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes as out number 1. We'll give you more information on Parks the next time he does something great or comes to the plate, but he is a special player. And he's going to be fun to watch in a blue and white uniform. So now it's Yomar Reyes, first pitch, swing and a miss. Evansville leads Florence 3-0, bottom of the third. Lefty on righty battle, and the southpaw deals. On the inside corner, called strike 2. Reyes with a fielder's choice RBI in his last trip up. It was a swinging bunt, and Villalobos, with the bases loaded, decided to throw home. Everybody was safe. Now the 0-2, and it's a fastball high and outside. So Reyes reached first on that swinging bunt. Here's the 1-2, and he slaps it to the right side, sinking quickly. A diving attempt by Reeves, and he makes the catch. Well, our first base umpire, Trevor Klosterman, is saying that he caught it. Reyes still standing on the first base bag. Now here comes Andy McCauley. Boy, I'll tell you, off initial reaction in live time, it did not look like Reeves came up with it. Instead, it looked like he trapped it. And you can hear how the fans feel about that call. Reyes got a good piece of it, and now the umpire's convening. But again, I just don't see how anybody else could overturn this. Again, it looked like Reeves had his palm down trying to trap it, and they do overturn it. How about that? So Reyes picks up the base hit, and he'll stand on first, and here comes Chad Rhodes to argue the call. Well, he wants an explanation as to how in the world that was overturned. Well, I think he's got a fair point. If I was the manager for the team that had the out and then now it's a base hit, I wouldn't be very happy either, given that the third base umpire, Alex Lowry, was down the left field line, and our home plate umpire, Reed Hoover, was back behind home. So clearly, Klosterman had the best view on it. Now that doesn't mean that the other two umpires are blind, that they can't see it at all, but again, that's a tricky one to overturn. Certainly benefits Evansville, though. And Rhodes has not been happy with this umpiring crew here in this series. He's already been out a couple of times today. Was out yesterday to argue some calls, and he hasn't been thrown out. So that's something. Now it'll be Mike Peabody. The argument over, and didn't look to get too out of control. Tempers from both sides remaining at normal levels. Runner on first, 1 out. Bottom of the third inning, and Evansville leads it 3-0. Here's the pitch from Villalobos. Swung on, chopped toward the first base side. Taken foul by Richardson, 0-1 to Peabody.
Those jerseys being worn by the Otters right now. At the Dash and Otter social media.
Well, again, tonight our Military Appreciation Night, and the Otters celebrating by wearing D-Day themed jerseys. Well, you can get yours at the ballpark here tonight because it is jersey auction night. So if you're interested, find a tent selling them and try to outbid your competitor. Here's the 0-1. And it's in the dirt, blocked by Gutierrez. 86-mile-an-hour off speed from Villalobos. Count 1-1. Peabody grounded into a fielder's choice RBI his first trip up. A 162 hitter coming into the game. And that's in 10 games played. Now the 1-1 offering. And it's chopped over toward first again. Taken foul by Richardson. And the count 1-2. Well, Mike had to miss spring training, and he came to the club late before opening day. And on opening day, he was hit by a pitch, or rather collided with Patrick Lee in the outfield. Now the 1-2, swing and a miss. So Peabody went down on the DL for a couple of weeks and made his return about 9 days ago. So still not too many at-bats and opportunities for him yet. But he's out number 2 on the strikeout, and now coming to the plate, it's Jake Green. Well, we just got word that we're actually not selling our jerseys at the tent here in the stadium. First pitch misses outside to Green, so we would like to correct that information and say that the jerseys are actually auctioned online. You can go to our social media page for the links, but it ends tonight at 8:30. Swing and a miss on the next pitch, and it's 1-1 now to Green. Well, if you're watching on Flow Sports, you can see how cool they are, that's for sure. Villalobos ready. Here's the 1-1. First he'll throw over to first, and Reyes in standing. 3-0 Otters, bottom of the third inning. So if you want to get yours, just go click on one of our social media links. And again, make sure you place a bid before 8:30 tonight. 1-1, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 to Green. Villalobos set 68 pitches by my count. He has had to work. Gave up the 3 runs in the first, had bases loaded in the second, but was able to roll a double play to end the inning. Here's his 1-2 to Green. Runner goes, and Green sends it foul to the right side. We'll try it again. But even here this inning, he's at 16 total pitches now, and while that may not seem like a ton, whenever you already came into this frame with 53 under your belt, well, then it starts to add up a little more. Here's the pitch to Green, and it's a Baltimore chop out towards short, taken by Chavez. He'll flip on to second for the force out. Burke's there to retire the side. So nothing doing for Evansville. 3 in the books at Bossy Field, and your score, the Otters 3 and the Y'alls nothing on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
Otters fans, are you ready to witness flying pigs? Because it's time for Hickory Pissed Off Flying Pigs. Tonight we have Connor and Raphael, and they're going to see who can fling their pig the furthest. Whoever does wins 2 GA tickets. And we have a winner. Congratulations, Raphael. Thanks for playing, both of you. Back to you, Zane.
Thank you so much, Chloe. Our military appreciation special jerseys are being auctioned online on Dash right now. Scan QR codes placed around the stadium or visit social media pages to find links to bid. All sales are final at 8:30 Central local time this evening. Jersey auctions will be announced on social media pages, or you can get more information on auctions at an Otters staff member. The Otters would like to welcome former Motor Day High School Athletic Director Joe Dipple to tonight's game. Great to have Joe with us. Give Joe Dipple a big round of applause. And the Otters would also like to wish a very happy 72nd birthday to Jerry Mars, who's here tonight, and he never misses a game. So Jerry is here yet again at Bossy Field, enjoying his 72nd birthday tonight. Designated hitter 23, Craig Massey.
Craig Massey leading it off. We're in the top of the fourth inning, and your score: Evansville 3, Florence nothing. And Casey Delgado's first pitch misses upstairs and away, 1-0. Well, Delgado at 43 total pitches tonight. He winds, he fires the 1-0 home. Is a little bit low, 2-0 now to Massey. And the question is, how long will he be able to go tonight? He's ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And it's in there for a strike. 2-1 now to Massey. In his last start, which, keep in mind, his only start here this year, his only appearance, he went 58 pitches. Now the 2-1. And Massey rocks this one high and deep to right. And this one will be gone in fair territory, sneaking inside that right field foul pole, and all Peabody could do was watch it fly. So Massey gets the Yalls on the board. It is just their second hit tonight, but it was a big one. And now the score 3-1. Now at the plate, Brian Fuentes. First pitch in there, a called strike, 0-1. Well, the last few batters, Delgado has fallen behind in the counts. And we'll see if he can recover after that solo shot. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, in there, strike 2. But again, when you have only pitched one time professionally in the last 4 years, what's the tank look like there? Here's the 0-2. And it's a breaking ball slapped out towards center, ranging over White, takes a few steps to his right and puts it away. And Fuentes is out number 1.
Right fielder.
So now it's TJ Reeves at the plate. Base is empty, 1 out. Hey, Evansville Otters fans, 2024 brings new opportunities to catch all the latest Frontier League action. Be sure to check out the Frontier League and your Evansville Otters on Flow Sports. First pitch runs inside, and that'll get a piece of Reeves. So he's going to head down to first. It's a 1-out base runner for Florence. And here is Zade Richardson. Flow Sports is the official streaming partner of the Frontier League, so never miss a game and follow along all the way to the championship. Just visit EvansvilleOtters.com for links to watch and subscribe today for all Frontier League and Flow Sports content. Delgado ready from the stretch. And here's the first pitch to Richardson. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Richardson 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. 3-1, Evansville leads. Top of the 4th inning. And now the pitch. Breaking ball hit to the left side of the infield on the ground, and this will sneak into left field for a base hit.
Center fielder 1, Ed Johnson.
So now it'll be Ed Johnson at the plate. So make it runners on first and second. 2 base hits here this inning and a hit by pitch. He had the solo homer from Craig Massey to get Florence on the board here tonight, and now it's Ed Johnson at the plate. Johnson 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. And this is the first sign of trouble that we've seen Delgado in tonight. Here's his first pitch. And Johnson squares the bunt and bunts it back foul to the third base dugout of Florence. And the count 0-1. Well, Delgado, in his first appearance against Washington, got into some trouble a couple of different times, but was able to limit the damage. He's ready. And the right-hander deals. No, he'll step off and fake a throw to second. Fooled ya. 3-0, Evansville leads it. Well, also in that first outing, Delgado only gave up 1 run in 4 innings. He's on track to at least tie that here tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a breaking ball outside. Good take by Johnson. But he will still have to get out of this inning unscathed. Double play ball in effect. And the 1-1 home. Swung on, shot out towards center field. Charging in is White, and he'll make the line drive catch. 2 down. So a couple of putouts for the center fielder here in this top of the 4th inning. And now it'll be Sergio Gutierrez at the plate. First and second, and it is 3-1 Evansville. Gutierrez, a .246 hitter from behind the dish this year. Well, he has earned the trust of manager Chad Rhodes, so whenever he is not catching, typically he is the DH. Here's the first pitch, and Gutierrez takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Oftentimes, we see catchers at all levels of professional baseball have lower averages because it's the defense that matters more than the offense. Here's the 0-1. And we'll have another step off from Delgado. Thought about going to second, but Reeves getting back quickly, and there was no throw. That's not to say offense isn't important for a catcher, but it's an added bonus if you can get a guy who hits well and fields well behind the dish. Next pitch slapped foul to the right side, and the count now 0-2 to Gutierrez. Gutierrez, 2 homers, 6 RBI, 9 runs scored on the year. Struck out his first time at the dish. And he'll be in protect mode now, 2 strikes. Delgado leans in, gets the sign. He steps and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Bouncing ball in the dirt off the mask of the catcher Green, and this will carry him toward the right side outside the dirt circle. And both runners will advance on the wild pitch. So up to third Reeves, and standing on second Richardson. Couple of ducks in the pond with 2 outs in this 4th. And a big base hit could tie this thing. It's 3-1 Evansville. Now that was a really tough block for Green. He got down on his knees, but it's so hard to predict the baseball bouncing up like that as a catcher. Believe me, I've been there. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just off the inside corner. Really good take there from Gutierrez. And now the deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. And 2 runners in scoring position for Florence. Here's the pitch from Delgado. Fastball line back to the screen, foul. And we'll try it again. Well, Delgado has had to labor this inning. This is the longest inning he has seen here tonight. Pitch count up to 60 total tosses. And he has thrown 18 here this frame. Now the 2-2 pitch. And it's grounded to the right side of the infield foul. So Gutierrez staying alive with 2 strikes, back-to-back foul balls. A big at-bat here. First base not occupied. On deck, Jeremiah Burks for Florence. Here's the 2-2. And it's inside, and did that hit him? Gutierrez had to get out of the way. He leaned back with his feet and then fell forward, crossing home plate all the way toward the third base side. And he's staying in the box, so it must not have hit him. What a block by Jake Green, the catcher. Well, a good battle brewing between Gutierrez and Delgado. Pitch number 8 coming up. The right-hander ready. Here's the payoff. Breaking ball called, strike 3. At the knees, Gutierrez couldn't pull the trigger, and 2 stranded in scoring position for Florence. They do get on the board, a Craig Massey solo homer to begin the inning, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, Evansville 3, Florence 1 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
Show us your best smiles for the Paramount Dental Smile Camp. Over 300,000 members trust Paramount Dental because it's based right here in the Hoosier state of Indiana. Paramount Dental has been ensuring smiles for more than 37 years. Keep on smiling with Paramount Dental. And be sure to check out Frontier League and the Evansville Otters on Flow Sports, the official streaming partner of the Frontier League. Never miss a game and follow along all the way through the regular season. Visit EvansvilleOtters.com to subscribe for all Frontier League and Flow Sports content. As we do the Paramount Dental Smile Cam, I'd like to say a happy 7th birthday to Quinn Freifogel. Quinn Freifogel is turning 7. Happy birthday, Quinn. And thanks for spending your 7th birthday with the Evansville Otters. Quinn, she is turning 7. I'd like to welcome a couple of our group outings here in the left field. We have our friends from Alcoa. Great to have a group of 120 from Alcoa. The Crown Point High School wrestling team. They're in sections 1 and 2. Make some noise. Great to have Crown Point Wrestling, one of the better wrestling programs in the state of Indiana, here in the house tonight at Bossy Field. Second baseman, number 1, Troy Hamilton.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and the first pitch into Troy Hamilton. Misses off the inside part of the plate. A fastball from Yonaker Villalobos, and the count 1-0. Evansville leads it 3-1 over Florence. Here's the next offering, and it's shot down the left field line, foul. Watch out, Andy McCauley. Had to get out of the way of that one, and that was a screamer right at him. Andy McCauley is hilarious. Here's the 1-1. And here's the ball sent out towards short. Rolled into the glove of Chavez, and he bobbles it, and he'll have no throw to first. So it's a leadoff base runner. Will it be an error? Will it be a single? And on the scoreboard, they're going to put up an E6. Nevertheless, Hamilton on first, and here's Mason White. Went into the clubhouse today and got to see Andy. Just some of the stuff that comes out of that guy's mouth makes you crack up. First pitch misses low, and it's 1-0 to White. Well, despite the start of the season, record-wise for Evansville, McCauley has stayed loose. No doubt about that. Here's the 1-0. And it's in there. Evens the count to White, 1-1 now. But that just goes to show you how confident he is in his own ability, but also with this team still. It's a work in progress, no doubt. Here's the 1-1. And it misses inside. But as a manager, you have to remain calm in a situation like this, because if you go off the rails and start losing it, then everything down will start to suffer. Throw to the bag at first. That was a lazy toss from Villalobos. Hamilton in standing. And McCauley, one of the best managers all time in the Frontier League, he still has plenty of time to turn this ship around. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now to White. White 1 for 2, a single and a stolen base in the second inning. Came into the game a .364 hitter, still young in his Otters tenure. Was picked up before the Gateway Grizzlies series. Another throw over to first, and Hamilton in again. And again, we say that this season is still a work in progress. Well, McCauley has made a lot of moves, but White has been a good one that he's found. 2-2 pitch misses high and inside, and the count now full. Lefty on lefty matchup. Evansville leads it 3-1. Villalobos ready. The pitch. Swung on, grounded out towards second. Runner was going, so the only throw is to first for Burks. He's able to retire White. Moving up towards second is Hamilton. So mark it down as a 4-3 fielder's choice on the putout. And now coming to the plate, it'll be Riley Delgado. One down here in this bottom of the fourth inning. Well, Delgado has put together a couple of really nice at-bats here tonight. He has seen 15 total pitches in his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch from Villalobos, sent back to the screen, foul, and it's 0-1. His first at-bat, he fell behind 0-2, battled back, and fouled off 5 pitches in the at-bat before finding a single to center. The left-hander ready, and Villalobos will look towards second. And he steps off. And Delgado's second at-bat was just as good. We'll get to that after the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. And it's a fastball up and in. Evens the count for Riley. The Otters shortstop in plate appearance number 2 tonight saw 7 pitches, and he was able to draw a walk. Now the 1-1, and it's slapped to the right side, foul. Count now 1-2 for Delgado. Now both Riley and Casey did not see action last year in professional baseball because Riley was last seen with the Mississippi Braves. 1-2 pitch swung on, hit out toward the right side, down by the line. Reeves coming on, slides, makes the catch. Reed Hoover said he got it. Much to the disagreement here of this crowd at Bosse. Hamilton will stay on second. What a play by TJ Reeves.
First baseman.
Well, no argument from Andy McCauley that time, so it's going to stand. A highlight reel play for the right fielder. 2 outs here for David Mendham. But again, going back to the Delgado brothers, it's just been incredible to see what both players have done here for Evansville. And for Riley, it took some time. He started off the year slow. First pitch to Mendham. Misses downstairs and away. But he has really started to figure some things out in recent times with the bat. Just at the perfect time as well. Runner on second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch to Mendham. And he takes a breaking ball at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. David 1 for 1 tonight. He singled his last trip to the plate. Got a 3-1 pitch and roped it into right. Walked in his first plate appearance, ended up scoring in that first inning. Here's the 1-1. And it's hit out of play to the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Otters first baseman.
Construction, choose the best, never regret it.
Well, if you look back at what Patrick Lee did in his tenure with Evansville, he had terrific numbers. So does David. So you wonder, is he getting looked at by scouts? How close is he to being called up? Now the 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side of the infield. Richardson fields it cleanly. He'll run it to the bag himself to beat Mendham, and the inning is over. Just seems like Mendham has been doing everything right. And that is the ultimate goal, to get these players signed. So I'll have to keep an eye out on that over the next several weeks. That'll do it. 4 in the books. Your score, Evansville 3 and Florence 1 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
Have you seen Evan the Otter around lately? Make sure you tell him hello when you do. Evan's excited to see all of our fans and encourages you to visit Heritage for all of your banking needs. Heritage is a proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball. And tonight's military specialty jersey being auctioned on Dash right now. You have 30 minutes to find a QR code or go to social media to find the links to bid online via Dash. Second baseman 5, Jeremiah Burks.
Top of the 5th inning, and it is Casey Delgado still out on the rubber. His first pitch into Jeremiah Burks. And it is a fastball just off the inside corner, 1-0. 64 total tosses now for Delgado. And you wonder if this will be his last inning because of that pitch count. Time on the field, Green heading out toward the rubber. Wants to have a quick chat with his starting pitcher, who has just looked terrific tonight. Delgado began the game retiring the first 8 guys he saw. He also struck out 5 in that stretch. Alberti Chavez broke that streak with a single, 2 down in the top of the 3rd at the time. But Delgado bounced right back, getting the next guy out, and in the last inning, that was his first blemish, a solo homer to Craig Massey. Here's the 1-0. At the knees, a nice breaking ball from Delgado finds the mark, and the count 1-1. Burks 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first trip at the plate, now the 1-1. Another breaking ball, and it nibbles the outside edge, 1-2. Delgado trying to get in a groove, working quickly. He comes home. Another breaking ball, this time a little bit too far low. Burks, a 158 hitter on the year. He did not see action. the last time these two teams battled with each other in Florence. Delgado into the wind, and he comes home. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
That's a German-American thing. Strike out.
So Burke's out number one. Delgado continues to roll here in this contest. And now it'll be Alberti Chavez at the plate. Chavez again broke up that 8-in-a-row streak for Delgado at the beginning of the game. He sends the first pitch back to the screen foul, and it's 0-1. Hey, don't forget the series finale will occur tomorrow night here at Bosse Field, a 5:05 Central Time first pitch. Here's the 0-1, and it's a breaking ball that misses in. A ball and a strike now to Chavez. You can catch all the action on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Delgado ready. He winds and fires. And the 1-1 is a heater high. 2 balls and a strike to Chavez. Evansville leads it 3-1 over Florence, top of the 5th inning. Here's the right-hander's next delivery. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. You can stay up to date with all the latest news and promotions from the Evansville Otters by visiting EvansvilleOtters.com. Here's the 2-2 from Delgado. And it's slapped foul out of play to the right side. We'll try it again. Make sure to join the Otters e-newsletter by clicking Join Our E-News on the EvansvilleOtters.com homepage. Also, don't forget to follow the Otters on Twitter at EvilOtters, on Instagram at Evansville Otters, and like the Evansville Otters on Facebook. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just a bit upstairs. So it's now full to Chavez. 222 hitter on the year. He was 1 for 11 in the series against Schaumburg. Did not play yesterday. Here's the payoff. And it's a breaking ball outside, ball 4. Second walk, or rather first walk of the game allowed by Delgado. He also hit a guy earlier, but Max Peterson will come out toward the mound. Will this be it? Peterson, a leisure walk out there, looking toward the bullpen, and he's gonna signal. So we're gonna have a pitching change. 4 1/3 innings of work for Delgado, and he will exit the game with the lead. More information on the reliever to come as Delgado gets an ovation from the crowd. We'll be back on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Your score, Evansville 3 and Florence 1.
Evansville call the bullpen. 46 Griff Hughes into pitch. Hughes is on the mound. Green behind the plate. Pitcher catcher battery is powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 2319 North Critical Road. 812-475-9000. Tell them Sing from the Otters sent you. To say hello in Section 3 to American Boys Company. Great to have them, a group of 20 with us. The Alex Hardesty birthday party in Section 4. Happy birthday to Alex and happy birthday to Stella Garrison. Celebrating a birthday in Section 16. We're on mobile shredding. They're in Section 18. Great to have them with us. In Section 19, a group of Derek and Baby Bug Parker. Great to have all of them with us. Interfab is in the right field at the Indian Senior Games, having a great time in the Corona Extra patio deck. Thanks to all of our crew values for being here this evening at Bosse Field.
Jeff Hughes on the rubber for Evansville. And his first pitch is sent back to the screen, foul off the bat of Hank Zeisler. Now Casey Delgado will have a no decision tonight regardless. He leaves with the lead, but he did not qualify for the win because he didn't go long enough. Still a solid performance from Delgado tonight. Now the left-hander's pitch, and it's blooped out towards shallow left field. This is going to drop for a base hit. Moving up towards second is Chavez, and that is the first hit of the game for Hank Zeisler. We're in the top of the fifth inning, and Evansville with a 3-1 lead. So Chavez is Delgado's run, but as of now, Delgado went 4 1/3, allowing just a run on 3 hits. He also struck out 7 here tonight and walked just 1. First and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And it's taken away by Craig Massey. 1-0 the count. Massey has one of just 4 Y'alls hits tonight. This was a club that was held to 3 hits yesterday. Hughes steps off, looks towards second, no throw. So this Florence offense has really struggled so far here tonight and also yesterday. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the 1-0 to Massey. And he takes at the knees, a called strike, evens the count. Well, this was a Florence offense who was 5th in the league in batting average. They have dropped a spot after yesterday's game, but their average went down almost 10 points. Here's the 1-1. On the outside corner, a nice heater from Hughes. And the count 1-2. But again, this is an offense that can score a lot of runs quickly. 3rd in the Frontier League, 6.0 a game. Here's Hughes' 1-2. And it's tapped back behind the plate, foul. We'll try it again. Hughes has seen more and more action over the last week or 2 of baseball for Evansville. His last appearance was yesterday. Threw a scoreless inning and struck out 3. Now the 1-2, and it's a fastball that misses away. Hughes started off the year with a bad appearance out of the bullpen, and that shot his ERA numbers up, but he's gotten it back down to 540. 6 2/3 prior innings on the year and 7 appearances, 13 Ks to 3 walks. Well, what makes him deceptive as a wipeout pitcher is his delivery. It's really funky coming toward home. He's ready now. And here's the 2-2. Grounded down the first base side, foul. He's got a lot of action in that delivery. The arm will shoot back behind him, and he hides it well. He doesn't allow the arm to come through until the last second. And simultaneously, that glove starts to come out. Here's the 2-2. And it's tapped back to the screen, foul. We'll try it again for Massey. Showing good fight at the plate. That's 3 foul balls this at bat. 1 down in the inning, 1st and 2nd for Florence. We're in the 5th, and it's 3-1 Evansville. Hughes set at the belt. He comes home. And it's a fastball, and Massey checked his swing, and the appeal down to 3rd. Alex Lowry said no, he did not. Well, It should be mentioned that Lowry is currently standing behind the mound. Just no way he's able to accurately make that call. Here's the payoff pitch from Hughes. Breaking ball inside, and it hit him. So a single and a hit by pitch out of the bullpen from Griff Hughes, and that'll send Massey down to first. Moving up towards second, Zeisler, and the bases are full of Yalls with Chavez on third. Here comes Max Peterson again. Nobody up and throwing down in that Otters bullpen. But there are some guys stretching. And the whole infield will convene on the mound. Well, Hughes was ahead 1-2, but couldn't polish him off, and he had that borderline check swing from Massey on the 2-2. Could have gone either way. Just a really tough call for our third base umpire, Alex Lowry. And that's the disadvantage of having only 3 umpires in a league like this, because Lowry had to move back behind the pitcher's mound because there was a runner on. So now here's Brian Fuentes. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. So if you get a guy down the third base line like the third base umpire usually would be, then, well, maybe that call goes the other way. Here's the 0-1. Fastball at the top of the zone, called strike 2. So Hughes looking for a huge bounce back at bat here. He's got 0-2. He's got an 0-2 count to Fuentes. Bases loaded, 1 out. 3-1 your score. The Alls threatening to tie this game with a base hit. Hughes shakes off Green. Now the 0-2. And it's tapped back to the screen, foul. Not too many times that we've seen a pitcher shake off the catcher as a whole this year for the Evansville pitching staff. But Hughes didn't like the last call. Here's the 0-2 again. And it just misses off the outside edge. Well, we got a large crowd on hand here tonight for this beautiful Saturday contest, and they have been letting their vocals fly. We have time called, and Fuentes will step off and adjust his batting gloves. Haven't gotten the total attendance numbers yet, but it's got to be one of our biggest of the year. Hughes ready. Here's the 1-2. Ripped down the third base line, foul. We'll try it again. Well, Florence starting to put together more quality at-bats. They are not going down as easily as they did the first time through the order. Now the 1-2. Fastball, just a little bit inside. Another borderline pitch thrown by Hughes, and he doesn't get the call. Well, we'll try to shake that one off. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hughes blew a fastball by Fuentes. And that is a massive out, number 2. Now it's TJ Reeves coming to the plate. Base is still loaded for Florence. 3-1. Evansville leads it. The Otters 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Florence a run on 4 knocks with 1 error. Here's the first pitch to Reeves. And he grounds one to the left side. This will sneak through into left for a base hit. The 1 run is already scored. Here comes Zeisler. Throw cut off. And it's a 2-run single for TJ Reeves. This game is tied.
First baseman, 9.
Well, really unfortunate there for Casey Delgado, because Chavez, who was standing on first when he left, his run will get charged to Delgado's card, and Max Peterson coming back out. That'll do it for Hughes. We'll have another call to the bullpen, and Delgado just didn't get any help coming out of the bullpen, so a tough day for Hughes, and we'll be back here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Your score 3-3 between the Otters and Yalls.
Yep.
They don't hit. Wow.
Evansville call the bullpen. 7th title driver. In to pitch, drivers on the mound. Green behind the plate. Batteries powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East. 319-478-124-759-1000. Tell them. Same from the Otters, send you. Couple of Frontier League scores for you. Lake Erie with their second no-hitter of the season. Jack Eisenbarger with a no-hitter and an 8-0 win over Three Rivers in Avon, Ohio this evening. Other Frontier League action, New Jersey leads Ottawa 9-5 in the ninth. New York leads Tri-City 9-8 on the road to the 8th. New England on top of Sussex County 3-2. Other Frontier League scores for you from around the Midwest and East Coast.
We're back here in the 5th, and it is first and second for Florence. 2 outs in the inning. Tyler Driver taking over on the mound, and his first pitch down low and away to Zade Richardson. Tough day for Griff Hughes. And Hughes ended up giving up the lead on a 2 RBI knock moments ago from TJ Reeves. That tied the game, and it's 3-3. Here's the 1-0, and this ball slapped to the right side, foul. So the count now is 1-1. Well, hey, in other news around the Frontier League, Lake Erie throwing their second no-hitter of the season against Three Rivers. Jack Eisenbarger with a 9-inning complete game no-no. Next pitch misses outside, and the count 2-1. How about that? That is impressive stuff. And that is a tough ballpark to hit in out in Avon, Ohio, but 2 no-hitters in 1 season? Really incredible. Now the 2-1 from Driver, and it's on the outside black. Evens the count to Richardson, 2-2 now, and the deuces are wild. Well, Crushers fans have got to be happy. They have had a great season this year. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's ripped over towards short. On the ground, fielded cleanly. Delgado throws to second. Hamilton there for the force. That'll do it here in the top of the 5th inning. Florence plates another pair, and they tie the game. A 2 RBI single from TJ Reeves, and it is 3-3 between the Otters and Yalls here on Flow Sports and the ODS. your own designated bathroom time, huh?
Call to the bullpen for the Florence Yards, 55, Ross Thompson in today. Battery, Thompson's on the mound. Garrett behind the plate. Battery is powered by the answer on repair east. 2319 North Camp Road, 812-475-9000. Tell them, save for the Otters. Send you. Leading off for Evansville, left fielder, number 6, Randy Bednar.
Middle third of the order due up for Evansville here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score, the Otters 3 and the Yalls 3. On the mound, it is Ross Thompson. So the day is over for Yonaker Villalobos. First pitch from Thompson, and Randy Bednar pops it foul to the right side, giving chase Richardson, but he'll quickly run out of room. It's an 0-1 count. 87 total tosses for the left-hander. And Villalobos, in his 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Here's the 0-1. And it's a ground ball hit back up the middle softly, but it'll sneak through into center field for a base hit. Bednar getting just enough of that one. His bat may have broke on the swing, and he's the leadoff base runner for Evansville. So now it's Pavin Parks coming to the plate. Thompson, a right-hander, stands 5'11", 165 pounds. Not the biggest guy, but still more than competitive out there on the rubber. And he is already ready to go before Parks even steps in. Righty on lefty battle. And the first pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Just missed the edge, and it's 1-0. Parks, the designated hitter, 1 for 2. He may be able to switch back and forth with Yomar Reyes at third base. Now the 1-0, and he lines it back to the screen. Yesterday, Reyes had the day off, and Parks took over the hot corner. He played it really well. Now, that's not to say that the other guy who's not at third won't be in the lineup, because they can also both DH. Now the 1-1 from Thompson. And Parks swings and misses, 1-2 the count. But both guys can hit the ball, and both guys can play the bag well, so you want to make sure that they both get time defensively while also both staying in the lineup. Here's the next pitch, and Parks sends it to the left side foul. And one scurries out of play, and we'll try it again at 1-2. Parks 1 for 3 yesterday, had that 3-run homer. Now the 1-2 pitch, and he sends this one in the air, down by the left field line, ranging over Zeisler, and he's there to put it away. There's 1 down. So Parks back to the dugout, and up steps Yomar Reyes. Well, during batting practice, Andy McCauley is always adamant about making sure that Yomar has his playlist ready to go. And in that playlist is his walk-up song. Here's the first pitch to Yomar. And it misses a little bit high, 1-0. But McCauley can't stand the music. He really doesn't like it, but he is on top of it every single day to make sure that Reyes gets to listen to it. Next pitch, a fastball low, 2-0 the count. And for Reyes, it just gets him right in the zone, ready to hit. When that song comes on, he starts crushing balls in the cage. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, nice breaking ball from Thompson. And Reyes was sitting on a fastball. He was out in front of the pitch. It's just interesting because you think Why is McCauley so adamant if he can't stand listening to it? But he is a player-first manager. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball at the top of the zone, a called strike. And the count even now to Reyes. 1 on, 1 out. We're in the 5th. And your score 3-3. The Otters looking for a response. They have not put up runs since the first inning. Here's the 2-2. Runner goes to second. And it's inside, and that hit Reyes. And so Reyes will head down to first on the hit by pitch. Well, that takes a base steal away from Bednar, but he'll still get into second anyways.
Right fielder,
So that'll bring up
number
Mike
20,
Peabody.
Mike Peabody.
The Yalls did not get on the scoreboard through the first 3 innings. They scored 1 in the 4th off a solo home run and 2 in the last inning. So now Mike Peabody at the plate. 0 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. And he grounds one to the right side of the infield foul, 0-1. We'll be back here tomorrow. The series finale between Evansville and Florence taking place at 5:05 Central Time. Catch all the action on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Tonight we celebrate Military Appreciation Night. Here's the 0-1. And Peabody sends it foul the other way, out of play, 0-2. So the Otters wearing their D-Day themed jerseys. Auction closing in just 60 seconds. So if you haven't already placed your order for the auction, well, a little bit too late now. Here's the 0-2. Line back to the screen. We'll try it again. Unless you have lightning fast hands and can type online and place your bid on the Otters Digital Network and their team store online. Well, it's 8:30. Time's up. Here's the next pitch. Outside on a breaking ball, 1-2 to Peabody. Peabody, a 162 hitter, 2 homers, 8 RBI, 4 runs scored. That was coming into the game, so now with 9 RBI after that one that he had in the first inning. Here's the 1-2, and he rips it to the left side, fair ball. This goes into left center. Rounding third and trying to score, Bednar. Throw to the plate, cut off, and he will touch home safely. A run-scoring single for Peabody. Make it RBI number 10 for him, and he gives Evansville back the lead. They're on top 4-3. So up to second, Reyes. And Bednar scores for the second time here tonight. Peabody comes through in the clutch time and time again. Here's Jake Green, first pitch to him. And he lines it back up the middle, base hit. Rounding third, heading for home, Reyes. Throw is cut off in the infield, or no, it is overshot on the cutoff man, but it is not in time at home, and it is an RBI single for Green. Back-to-back base hits, and it is 3 base runners in a row for Evansville, and now they lead it 5-3. So Green getting in on the fun. And here's Troy Hamilton. First pitch to Hamilton, and he skies one in the infield toward the left side, calling for it Fuentes, and the third baseman puts it away. So all runners remain. First and second now for the leadoff man, Mason White. White 1 for 3 here tonight. 2 for 8 in the series, a run scored and a stolen base. 5-3 Otters, bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch from Thompson. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Mason White, a product of Indiana University Southeast, a local product. Grew up here in Evansville. Now the 0-1 home. He cuts and comes up empty. He's down in the count 0-2. 2 outs here in the inning. And Thompson, the right-hander out of the bullpen, has already surrendered a pair of earned runs. This is his first inning of work. Not the way he had it planned. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss. The inning is over. Evansville retakes the lead. A pair of RBI singles from Mike Peabody and Jake Green. And they're on top 5-3 over Florence. 5 on the books here at Bosse Field.
It's time for Jersey Mike's Build a Sub. We've got 2 master sub chefs ready to build an artisan BLT. First, our contestants will spin around a bat 10 times and then build their sub. Once the sub is built, they'll run it to their honor bell, keeping all ingredients inside the sub. First one to hand their completed sub off to an honor bell wins the coupon for Jersey Mike's. On your mark. Get set. Go.
We're going to create a little sheet with our names on it. That's just common knowledge.
The only way to pop a sub is with real red wine vinegar, made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Now located at 939 North Burkhart Road in Evansville. Back to you, Zane.
Thanks, Chloe. Again, we have fireworks post-game. Thanks to Timmy's Tours. Glad the BFW is here, all of our group outings. Don't forget to check out the Otters Den Team Store to see all the latest merchandise and apparel. A lot of new items. Give yourself an on-field cap. It's all at the Otters Den Team Store. They're open right now in the main tunnel here at the ballpark. Open throughout the game. Center fielder, 1, Ed Johnson.
Ed Johnson at the plate, top of the 6th inning. Tyler Driver back on the rubber. And his first pitch misses a little bit inside, 1-0. Evansville leads it 5-3 over Florence. And this has been a thrilling game here in the middle contest of this 3-game set. The Otters taking the series opener yesterday. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 to Johnson. And yesterday, that was a 9-1 victory. A little bit closer of a game here. Driver coming out of the bullpen in the last inning. Here's the 1-1. And it's a fastball upstairs and away. 2-1 now to Johnson. Casey Delgado started that fifth frame for Evansville, but then he was taken out after getting one guy out. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, count even to Johnson. And then Griff Hughes came out of the bullpen, had a tough day, and he was yanked after just a third of an inning. Driver came out of the bullpen and set down the first guy he saw. So Driver on the year into his 11th appearance. Here's the next pitch, and it's slapped to the right side of the screen, foul. That's the most of any Otter in the bullpen now. Also with 10 appearances, John Beamer and Leone De La Cruz. Here's the 2-2. Fastball high and in. Driver, no pitching record, 15 innings of work, a 3.60 ERA. 1.60 whip, 13 strikeouts, 12 walks. Here's the payoff. And it's strike three call, the fastball on the outside corner. And Johnson was about ready to head down to first base. He thought it was a walk. Instead, he'll walk back to the dugout. So now it's Sergio Gutierrez at the dish. Otters lead it 5-3. They were able to retake the lead in the last frame. RBI singles from Mike Peabody and Jake Green. First pitch swinging for Gutierrez, and he slaps it foul out of play. Count 0-1. Catcher 0 for 2 tonight. 2 strikeouts to his card. Driver ready, he's into the motion. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2 the count. Well, Gutierrez calling time. He looks disgusted with himself. It's been a tough day for him offensively. And in this series, he is 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. And he has drawn 1 walk, but even the last time he saw Evansville, the Otters held him in check. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, and that is behind Gutierrez, and it clips him. So he'll head down to first base. He was behind in the count 0-2, but driver let him off easy. And that has been the Achilles heel for Tyler Driver this year. If he could find how to limit the walks and hit by pitches, he would be one of the best pitchers in the entire Frontier League. Here's Jeremiah Burks. First pitch at the knees, a called strike, 0-1. But Driver, you hate to be critical, has done that, well, a couple too many times this year. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball outside. He's got great stuff. A case in point, he completely fooled Gutierrez on those first 2 pitches. But, well, he still let him off the hook. Here's the 1-1 home. Fastball high and inside, and that heater was at the head of Burks, had to duck out of the way. And the count 2-1. Runner on first, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, and it's 5-3 Evansville. Here's the 2-1. And it's tapped foul at the plate, rolling down the third base line. And now it's 2-2. We got the Jaws theme song playing in the background. Nice job by our crew. Right to my left here in the press box. Great little jingle. Time called, and Reed Hoover steps out. And it looks like something from the Corona Extra patio deck was thrown onto the playing surface. Or maybe that was a ball from the bullpen that got away. So the right fielder Peabody had to pick it up. Now everybody's ready. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball blown by Burks. It was an excuse me swing from the second baseman. Couldn't fully commit. It was in the zone anyways, but Burks would have went too far around regardless. So now here's Alberti Chavez. Chavez 1 for 1. And the first pitch on the way on the inside corner, a fastball called strike 1. Chavez in the 9-hole, reaching base twice safely in his 2 plate appearances tonight. Driver ready. And now the 0-1 at the knees, called strike 2. Evansville searching for their 2nd series win of the 2024 season. Their only other series win coming on May 19th against Joliet. That was also here at home. And now the 0-2 runner goes, got a great jump. Here's a ground ball hit out towards short. Delgado fields cleanly, and his throw to first. They're able to beat him. Chavez out at the bag by a half a step. He was gunning it down the line, but Delgado's throw just in the nick of time, and that'll do it here in the top of the 6th. Your score, Evansville 5, Florence 3 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
Time for the dance camp brought to you by Drake's. We need everybody to get up and dance because Drake's is your go-to for 24 beers on tap, big burgers, and the freshest sushi in all of Evansville. Visit Drake's at 1222 Hirschland Road or drakesgunplay.com. Now let's get to dancing. Don't forget the Otters are back tomorrow, 5:05 with the series finale against the Florence Y'alls. The dog days of summer, you can bring your four-legged furry friend and $2 hot dogs at the ballpark. Tickets still available at EvansvilleOtters.com or call 812-435-8686. And we'll see you tomorrow evening for the series finale. Leading off the Evansville Otters, shortstop, number 8, Riley Delgado.
Two, 3, 4 in the order for Evansville. They lead at 5-3 over Florence. Bottom of the 6th inning here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. And Ross Thompson back on the rubber. The right-hander's first pitch on the outside corner called strike 1. Well, Thompson gave up 2 runs and the lead in the last inning. 0-1 on the outside corner, or rather than saying the lead, it was a tie game. Florence has not had the lead here tonight. The 0-2 to Delgado. And he lines it back up the middle, taken on a hop. Burks can't field it cleanly, and he has no play. Oh, it was a soft liner out towards second. And Burks charged the baseball, tried to short pick it on a slide. And what's the decision going to be here? Base hit or an error?
First baseman.
They're going to charge an E4. You play that differently and you just let the baseball come to you. Typically, that's not something you're supposed to do as an infielder, but in that scenario, you have a better chance than trying to do what Burks just did. Here's the Mendham. Here's the first pitch to Mendham. Well, first, there's a throw over to the bag. Delgado back in. And that's the second error here tonight. Here's the first pitch to Mendham. Socks one into right, base hit. So up to second, Delgado. Mendham on first. That's his second base hit here tonight. A 2-for-3 game for the first baseman. And now coming to the plate, Randy Bednar.
Left fielder, number 6, Randy Bednar.
Bednar also a 2-for-3 game. Couple of runs scored for the left fielder. First and second for the Otters. And there's nobody out. Thompson leaning in. And his first pitch on the way. Line back to the screen, foul, 0-1. Well, Ross Thompson spent part of the 2023 season last year with Florence. And that was his first year of professional baseball. A .493 ERA in 2023. Here's the next pitch, misses outside. That was as a whole, including his time in the Northwoods League. With just Florence, he had an .815 earned run average. That was in 17 2/3 innings, where he gave up 16 runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's taken low by Bednar. 2-1 the count. Spent his collegiate days at Heidelberg. It's a powerful Division III school. They've made it to the College World Series a lot. Pretty sure they made it to the Elite Eight not too long ago. Here's the 2-1. And it misses downstairs. That would have been right around the time that Thompson was a part of that pitching staff. He started at Capital, another Division III school in Ohio, played a couple of seasons there before finishing his final 3 years at Berg. Now the 3-1. Misses downstairs, ball 4. So everybody advances, and now the bases are full of Otters. Bottom of the 6th inning, and here comes the pitching coach. And Carl Craigie wants to have a word with his reliever. Well, we saw it yesterday where a Florence pitcher, at the time it was Luke Helton, gave up a pretty significant amount of runs at a critical time in the game, but then the coaching staff threw him out there for the next inning. Same thing here with Thompson. In his first inning of relief, he allowed 2 runs on 3 hits. And at the time, again, that broke the tie game. But he's back out here again, and more damage can be done. Well, there's nobody throwing in that Florence bullpen. Some guys starting to stretch and get loose, but it looks like for the meantime, Thompson is going to be asked to buckle down and try to get out of this thing. So now at the plate, Pavin Parks, 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the first pitch, and it's sent back to the screen, foul, 0-1. Evansville trying to pick up their 2nd series win of the 2024 season here on Military Appreciation Night. Gorgeous night here at the ballpark. And the 0-1 from Thompson. Misses low and inside. Well, our game time temperatures started right at about 80 degrees. That was when Sergeant Sunshine was still out there, and the night sky has rolled in here in Evansville. Now the next pitch from Thompson. Swing and a miss. Nice off speed, and he fooled Parks. And the count now 1-2. And it's cooled off a little bit as expected, but still a beautiful night. And a lot of people on hand to see it. Now it's 77 degrees. The 1-2. Fastball way outside. Easy layoff there for Parks. In attendance tonight, 4,071 fans. One of the best crowds we've had here this season for Evansville. Here's the 2-2. And Parks grounds one to the first base side, foul. We'll try it again. Evansville able to put up 3 runs in the first inning. No runs in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th frames, but once Florence responded, Evansville punched back. So showing resilience here. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Parks went after one in the dirt, and he is a crucial out, number 1. Well, now it's Yomar Reyes coming up. Base is still loaded. 1 out here in the inning. And Ross Thompson trying to play Houdini and get out of this thing unscathed. Corner infielders playing in, middle infielders at double play depth. Here's the first pitch to Reyes, and he takes at the knees, strike one. Outfield, medium deep. Thompson ready. The right-hander offers the 0-1, and it's a line drive out towards center field, sinking quickly. Charging Johnson makes the catch, throw to the plate, and it is on a hop up the first baseline, and that'll allow Delgado to score. So a sacrifice RBI fly for Reyes. His second run batted in here tonight. His 10th ribby of the season. And Evansville able to extend the lead. It's now 6-3. Well, Thompson is able to get out number 2, but Delgado reached on the error from the second baseman Burks to start this inning. So Florence should be out of this. First pitch to Mike Peabody. Checks his swing, went too far around, strike one. There should have been no runs given up here in this frame, and that run from Delgado is unearned. Well, Florence, the worst defense in the league. A .960 fielding percentage, another 2 errors tonight. And it cost him. The 0-1. Peabody lines it back to the screen, foul. 0-2 the count. The Otters right fielder, a couple of ribbies tonight. 1 for 3 on the game. He singled his last time up. He's in protect mode now, down in the count, 0-2. Thompson ready. He serves up the pitch, and Peabody hits it hard. Past the second baseman, Burks. This will go into right center. Rounding third for home Mendham. He will touch easily. Throw over towards third. It was overthrown to the cutoff man, and Fuentes, the third baseman, had to pick it up. So Peabody with his second base hit drives in his 3rd run of the game, and now Evansville leads at 7-3. Up to third, Bednar, and Peabody now on second base. Here is Jake Green, the catcher. Peabody able to advance on the throw, so still a single in the books. Couple of more ducks in the pond, and Green takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. 2 outs here in the inning. And Evansville trying to put the game to bed now. The 0-1 home. Green grounds it back up the middle, and it is backhanded by Burks. He can't get it. Rolls into center field. This will play 2. Bednar and Peabody both score. Mission accomplished. 9-3, Evansville leads it. And that is the second error of the inning from Burks. Boots another ball, a backhander near that second base bag, and again, every run this inning unearned. Here's the first pitch to Troy Hamilton, and it's outside, 1-0. So Green, the lone base runner on first, 2 outs in the inning. We should be in the 7th. But hey, you're not complaining if you're Evansville. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball outside, 2-0 to Hamilton. The second baseman, 0 for 3 tonight. He was 2 for 4 in his Otters debut against Lake Erie. Here's the 2-0. And he grounds it to the right side. Burks this time fields it cleanly. His throw to first in time. The inning is over. So 4 unearned runs come in for Evansville, and they take a 9-3 lead over Florence. We're heading to the 7th on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
Skip the line or bang from the comfort of your very own home with self-service options at Heritage. Heritage, a proud partner of Evansville Otters baseball. Checking out more Frontier League scores for you. Windy City leads Schaumburg 7-6, bottom of the 8th. Quebec beats Gateway 4-2. That's a final. Another final. Joliet down to Washington 4-2. Told you about the no-hitter for Lake Erie at Three Rivers.
Thank you.
New England leads Sussex County 3-2 in the 9th. New York beats Tri-City 10-8, and New Jersey downs Ottawa 9-5. Evansville called the bullpen. 18 John Beamer into pitch. Beamer's on the mound. Green behind the plate. The battery powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 23-19 North Denver Road, 812-475-9000. Couple of major league scores for you. The Rockies beat the Cardinals 6-5. And the Reds beat the Cubs 4-3. Royals beat the Mariners 8-4. Pirates stop the Twins 4-0. And the Dodgers lead the Yankees 4-2 in New York, top of the 8th. Top of the order to you. Left fielder, 13, Hank Zeisler.
Hank Zeisler leading it off, top of the order for Florence. And the first pitch from John Beamer misses inside, and it is 1-0. Top of the 7th inning, 9-3 Evansville. Next pitch. Misses just off the outside corner, 2-0. Final line for Tyler Driver, 1 1/3. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. Here's the 2-0, and it's on the outside black. 2-1 the count. The only base runner that Driver gave up was a hit by pitch. He had Sergio Gutierrez down in the count 0-2 and plunked him. Here's the 2-1. And it's a high and outside fastball, 3-1 to Zeisler. So give credit to Driver because that was a much needed relief appearance. And he did his job. Now the 3-1. And it misses outside, ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to Zeisler to lead off this top of the 7th.
23.
And now it's the 2-hole hitting Craig Massey at the plate. Massey 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Had a solo homer back in the 4th inning. 9-3. Otters lead it. They plated 4 in the bottom of the 6th to take a commanding lead. Here's the first pitch to Massey, and he watches a fastball just a little bit inside, and it's 1-0. Well, we mentioned how Beamer in the last inning had matching appearances with Tyler Driver in a team-high 10. So both guys seeing more action tonight. Next pitch, a breaking ball in there, and it's 1-1 to Massey. So Beamer now in his 11th appearance, a 1-0 win-loss record, 12 innings of work, a 3 ERA with a 1.00 whip. Now the 1-1, and that's a fastball inside. After that walk that he allowed to Zeisler, Beamer 17 Ks to 5 free passes. He's ready. The pitch. Breaking ball. Touches the outside black. Evens the count. 2-2 for Massey. Beamer, a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball. Changeup, slider, curveball in the arsenal. Here's the 2-2. And it's swung on, hit out towards center, a soft line drive. This is going to get down for a base hit. Taking a turn at second, dropping the anchor there, Zeisler. And it is Massey's second hit of the game. So back-to-back base runners here to begin this top of the 7th. Well, Evansville has played in a lot of 4-run or more ball games this year. They are 7-8 in those contests. Here's the first pitch to Fuentes. And the third baseman takes low. 1-0 the count. So 15 out of their prior 25 games have been decided by 4 runs or more. The 1-0 in there, a heater from Beamer evens the count. In 1-run, 2-run, or 3-run games, the Otters are just 1-9. Here's the pitch. And it's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Beamer ready. And he deals. And it's a line drive back up the middle. Diving stop by Hamilton! Oh, what a play! Fully sprawled out behind the second base bag. That's the second time tonight he has done that. And he robs a base hit of Fuentes. And that is a crucial out number 1 for Evansville here in the 7th. So now it's TJ Reeves. First pitch gets away from Green, and he runs into the umpire, Reed Hoover. It went back toward the screen, and that'll allow both runners to advance. So mark it down as a wild pitch. It was a fastball way upstairs. And now it's 2 ducks in the pond with 1 out. 9-3, Otters lead it. Top of the 7th inning. Reeves 1 for 2. And here's the 1-0 from Beamer. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Reeves had a 2 RBI single his last time at the plate. That was in the 5th inning. Righty on righty matchup. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. So the count now, a ball and 2 strikes to Reeves. The right fielder with that base hit in the 5th, able to extend his hit streak to 10 games. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball called strike 3. Beautiful front door bender from Beamer. And Reeves down looking. Another big out number 2 this time here in the top of the 7th. And both runners have to stay put on second and third. Now at the plate, Zade Richardson. So Beamer a chance to get out of this unscathed. First pitch from the righty. Breaking ball on the inside corner, called a strike. He has really been enjoying that front door bender here this inning. Beamer ready now. From the stretch, he deals. Fastball high, snagged by Green, and the count now 1-1. Richardson 1 for 3 tonight. 0 for 4 in the series. He walked twice yesterday. Here's the 1-1. And he checks his swing, went too far around. Breaking ball that was outside, and the count 1-2. So a chance to keep all the momentum. Evansville leads at 9-3, but Florence with runners on second and third, 2 outs in the inning. Beamer ready. His 1-2 home. Fastball just a little bit high. Close pitch there, good take from Richardson. And now the deuces are wild. Righty on righty battle. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up, and this is in shallow center. Richardson slams the bat down. This should end the inning. Calling for it, Bednar, but it drops. 4 Otters in the area, and none of them wanted to take charge. So Delgado and Bednar having a conversation, and that was just poor communication from the Otters outfield, and that's going to plate a run. And actually, it'll plate both runs. Oh, what a tough couple of runs to give up. And now it is a runner on first, Zade Richardson at the plate. Or excuse me, it's Ed Johnson. And the first pitch misses the zone, 1-0, a breaking ball close. That's going to go down as a 2 RBI single. And that is just really unfortunate. So now it's 9-5. And the next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Well, what could have been here in this frame. We'll see how Beamer bounces back. The 1-1 pitch. And it's slapped to the right side, out of play. And it's 1-2 now to Johnson. Well, the inning, again, should have been over. You can't charge an error there. That's just a mental mistake. But that's going to hurt Beamer's ERA. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball, slap back up the middle. A lunging stop by Delgado near the bag. He flips to his second baseman, Hamilton. He's there for the force, and the inning is over. So a couple of unfortunate runs come in to score. Those will get charged to Beamer's resume, but Evansville still with a 9-5 lead over Florence. It's stretch time at Bosse Field. We're heading to the home half of the 7th on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
For the scene of God Bless America, performed by Zoe Urbina. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Urbina. You know what time it is? Time to stand up, stretch, and sing. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, and we'll root for the Otters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. I see that. Let's get some more runs. Darian Williams at the pitch. Williams is on the ground. Gutierrez behind the plate. Top order team with the Edward Jones, John Banner. Center fielder, number 2, Mason White.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and it is 9-5 with Evansville on top. For Florence, Darian Williams will toe the rubber. 2 innings of work for Ross Thompson out of the bullpen, and his final line, 6 runs, 2 earned, 5 hits, a walk, and no strikeouts. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Mason White, in there, a strike, 0-1. So a tough day for the reliever, but he really only should have given up the 2 runs. Swing and a miss. White down in the count, 0-2. In the last inning, Evansville able to plate 4 runs, all unearned on 2 separate errors, both from the second baseman, Jeremiah Burks. Here's the 0-2 from Williams. And this ball slapped out toward the left center alley. Sinking quickly. A sliding attempt by Zeisler. Makes the catch. How many robberies are we going to have today? From both sides. By my count, that's 4 now. 2 from the outfield of Florence and 2 from the infield of Evansville. And White out number 1. Here's Riley Delgado. Goes after the first pitch, lines it back to the screen, 0-1. Delgado, 1 for 3. He has reached base 3 times, though. 2 runs scored, and the last time he was up, he was on base via an E4. That began that 6th inning. Here's the 0-1. Another liner to the screen, 0-2. Had a base hit to extend his 6-game hitting streak to 7 games. That was in the first inning, and then he walked in the second. And it was another diving play by the right fielder, TJ Reeves, in his 3rd at-bat. Here's the 0-2. And he lines it up the middle towards center field. And another diving play, Ed Johnson this time. What in the world is going on at Bossy Field? Back-to-back. Incredible plays by the outfielders of Florence, and it's 2 base hits taken away here in this bottom of the 7th. So now it's David Mendham at the plate. Mendham, 2 for 3, couple of runs scored today. 9-5 Evansville. First pitch to David. At the knees, a called strike, 0-1. Well, the Otters offensively putting together another solid performance tonight. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Here's the pitch. Mendham takes a fastball on the outside corner, called strike 2. Florence, 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors in the field. That fielding percentage is going to continue to drop for them. Now the 0-2, and it's a breaking ball low. Coming into the game, it was already at 960. And now, got to imagine it's going to be even worse. The 1-2 pitch. And Mendham stays alive, hitting it to the left side out of play. It has been an entertaining one here tonight, and Evansville hoping to hold on for their 2nd series win of the 2024 season. The lengthy right-hander ready. He comes home, and it's a bouncing ball in the dirt. 2-2 the count now to Mendham, and the deuces are wild. Williams, 6'2", 220 pounds. The right-hander hailing from Bryan, Texas. He's ready. And the pitch. Nubbed toward the first base side, foul. Williams on the year, no pitching record. No saves, a 1.29 ERA. He has thrown in 7 innings, and he has struck out 8. He leans in. He gets the sign. The 2-2 to Mendham. And it's a breaking ball that misses in. Boy, Mendham just continues to have great plate discipline, at the plate this year. And he has put together another good at-bat, the payoff. Slap to the left side, and we'll try it again. So the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mendham. 2 outs and the base is empty. 9-5 the score. And here's the pitch. Fastball high and away, ball 4. Second walk of the game for David. And that is the 4th time in 5 trips to the plate that he has reached first. So now it's Randy Bednar coming up. Bednar putting together a nice night. He's 2 for 3. First pitch from Williams. Swing and a miss. Bednar picked up late in the season as well for Evansville. He has been a really nice addition to this lineup. Coming off a season with the Seattle Mariners High A club. Here's the 0-1. On the inside half, called strike 2 for Everett. He hit 183 in 55 games, 10 homers and 24 RBI. And during the fall, he became a coach with Koa Sports. That's a kids camp in Rockville, Maryland. Here's the 0-2 to him. And it's a fastball upstairs. Well, we've mentioned it before, how Bednar is always on the phone with his students of the game. You can tell he is really passionate about his job with Koa. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball blocked by Gutierrez. I'll have to ask him if being a coach helps him with his own game. At a higher level of professional baseball, you would never really see a pro athlete in the game being a coach. Here's the next pitch to Bednar, and it misses inside. Count now 2-2, but at this level, you have to do anything to make a side buck because the paychecks, respectfully, they're not that big. Here's the 2-2, and Bednar pops it up. Shallow left, backing up Chavez, the shortstop, calling for it, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. So we've seen guys DoorDash and do delivery driving and working hardware, anything you can get your hands on in the off season, or in this case, even during the season. So we'll definitely have to ask Randy about that the next time we see him. That'll do it. 7 in the books. Your score, Evansville 9 and Florence 5.
Evansville, call the bullpen, number 11, Hayden Parks. Now pitching. The battery, Parks is on the mound. Green behind the plate. Which you got your battery is the answer on the Carneys. 2392 North Brody, 12475 9000. Tell them, Sam from the Otters send you. Stick around, post-game fireworks show. Coming up after our game is done here at the ballpark. Catcher to Sergio Gutierrez.
Paven Parks on the rubber, and the two-way player will make his first pitching appearance here for the Evansville Otters in 2024. Sergio Gutierrez digging in from the left side. First pitch, a fastball registered at 94 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. This is a guy who can do it all. Parks ready, and he tosses in the 0-1 pitch. Another fastball, this time inside. 1-1 the count to Gutierrez. Well, he has been a two-way player his entire career. He's listed as a utility guy on the roster. Next pitch on the outside black, called strike two. And this is not one of those two-way guys that will just be thrown in and blow out contests. No. Parks will pitch in meaningful innings for this team. He is the fourth reliever out of the bullpen. And that is a great addition for Andy McCauley and Max Peterson. 9-5 your score. Evansville leads Florence. Here's the 1-2. And it's called strike three. How about that? Coming out of the bullpen, and Parks immediately picks up a strikeout in his Otters pitching debut.
Second baseman, 5.
We thought that maybe because Parks was the designated hitter here tonight, he would have a chance to get hoisted up onto the hill. And here he is, making an impact already. First pitch on the way to Jeremiah Burks. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Parks has been a two-way player his entire career, including college. Here's the next pitch. And it's slapped to the right side, fouling out of play. And while playing at Kent State, he recorded a .351 ERA and 32 strikeouts. That was in 25 2/3 innings in his final year. The 0-2 home. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. And Paven Parks looking sharp on the rubber. And now it's Alberti Chavez coming up. So it's 9-5 Evansville, bases empty. Top of the 8th inning, the pitch just off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. On the night, this Otters pitching staff has struck out 13. Here's the 1-0, and it's lined over towards second. Caught by Hamilton. A 1-2-3 inning for Paven Parks in his Otters pitching debut. He sets the Yalls down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Evansville 9, Florence 5.
Otters fans, it's time for the Legend Sip, brought to you by A's and Pizza. We need you to cheer on our Bossy Field legends, Benjamin Bossy, F.J. Rice, and William Henry Harrison. Legends, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! It's a close one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a winner. Thanks for running with us tonight. And back to you, Zane.
Thanks, Chloe. Again, the Otters have a series finale against the Florence Yalls tomorrow. It's a 5:05 first pitch time. Tickets still on sale at EvansvilleOtters.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning, back on the rubber, Darian Williams. He will face Paven Parks who just got done tossing a 1-2-3 inning on the mound for Evansville, a straight 9 in the order now, and Parks will lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th. Evansville leads it 9-5. If you have a group of friends or coworkers who wish to come to historic Bosse Field and enjoy an Otters home game, contact the Otters front office to reserve a party deck on the Corona Extra patio deck. The Corona Extra patio deck is one of the best places to watch the game with an all-you-can-eat menu and unlimited bottled water and soft drinks. Call 812-435-8686. First pitch to Parks misses upstairs, and you can learn more information on how you can book your next celebration. Williams, the right-hander, ready. He deals, and it misses outside. Let's take a look at some of the other scores going on in the Frontier League. Finalizing in New Jersey, the Jackals besting the Ottawa Titans 9-5. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Parks takes a strike, 2-1. New York evening up the series with the Tri-City Valley Cats. That was a 10-8 finish at the Joe. Williams back to it, and Parks slaps the next pitch back to the screen, foul. 2-2 the count. New England trying to shut down Sussex in the top of the 9th, a 3-2 game. And that would be another series win for the Knockouts. Here's the 2-2. And Parks hits this one a ton. High, deep to right, at the wall. Reeves can't make the catch. It bounces off the wall, and cruising into second, Pavin Parks with a double. So a leadoff base hit. That's the second of the night for Parks. And he is doing it on the hitting side, on the defensive side, while at third, and also on the pitching side at the mound. What a start to the year for Evansville it's been for Pavin. Here's Yomar Reyes. First pitch high and inside, and it's 1-0. Bottom of the 8th inning, 9-5. Evansville leads it. Reyes, 1 for 2 tonight. Couple of RBIs and a run scored. The pitch is swung on and popped up shallow center, and on the fringe of the grass and outfield, Chavez makes the catch, and the shortstop puts it away. There's one down. So that'll bring up Mike Peabody. Getting to some other games. Again, it was a no-hit performance for Lake Erie. They bested Trois-Rivières by a score of 8-0. And it was Lake Erie's second no-hitter of the year, Jack Eisenbarger, with the no-hit performance, pitching in all 9 frames. Big congrats to Mr. Eisenbarger. What an accomplishment. Here's Mike Peabody. First pitch, runner goes to third. Fastball upstairs, throw goes into the outfield, down by the line. Coming home, Parks, and he's gonna score. 10-5 now. The 4th error of the game. Parks picks up a stolen bag and advances home on the throwing mistake from Gutierrez. He rifled that ball to third, and it wasn't even close. So a 1-0 count now to Peabody. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to go down for the meantime as another unearned run. So right now, make it 5. But that could change. Here's the 1-1. And Peabody slaps it foul to the left side, out of play. More scores coming your way. Joliet besting Washington. That was a 4-2 finish at Wild Things Ballpark. Gateway falling to Quebec. That game north of the border, a 4-2 finish in favor of the Capitales. Windy City and Schaumburg finalizing at the T-Bolt Stadium. And the Ozinga Field finish, a 7-6 winner for the home guys. Here's the next pitch to Peabody. And the 1-2 is tapped into the glove of Gutierrez. He holds on. And Peabody out number 2. And then, of course, your final game tonight, this one here. Evansville with a 10-5 lead
Number 12,
over the Florence Yalls, bottom of the 8th inning. That is now 4 frames where Evansville has scored at least a run. At the plate, Jake Green. Here's the first pitch. And Green hits this one a ton. High, deep to left center. It is gone. First big fly of the year, and Jake Green puts another one on the scoreboard for Evansville. And they lead it 11-5. How about that? Green with a couple of RBIs tonight, now up to 4 on the year. And even the catcher having some fun. A 2-for-5 game for Green now. So now at the plate, Troy Hamilton. Williams ready. First pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Well, Hamilton, the only batter in this starting 9 without a base hit. He has reached base once on an error. Now the next pitch. And the 0-1 is swung on. He went too far around, and he's down in the count 0-2. Was an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Williams in the dirt. 2 outs and the base is empty. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 0-2. And Hamilton lays off a breaking ball low. Count now 1-2. Williams back to it. Swing and a miss on the next pitch. That'll do it here in the 8th inning. 2 more come across to score for Evansville, and they lead it 11-5 over Florence. One final chance for the Yalls when we come back on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network.
And now, Indiana 811 presents the Holy Moly Shuffle. Can you find where Holy Moly dug himself? Thanks for playing. The Holy Moly Shuffle is brought to you by Indiana 811, a free service that can prevent costly damages to underground utilities. Know what's below. Call 811 or visit 811now.com at least 2 full working days before every digging project, no matter how large or small. Up to the press box.
Thanks, Chloe. Otters call to the bullpen as we go to the 9th. McAfee into pitch. McAfee is on the mound. Green behind the plate. Pitch catch battery powered by the Answer Auto Repair East. 2319 North River Road. 812-475-9000. Tell them, say from the Otters sent you. Against the ground postgame, we will have a postgame fireworks show for you, courtesy of our friends at Timmy's Tours. We also say thank you to our fundraising partner, the BFW. It's Military Appreciation Night. Top of the order to you for the Florence Yalls. Left fielder, 13, Hank Seisler.
Top of the 9th inning. It is 11-5. Evansville leads it, and it is one final chance for Florence. Michael McAveen out on the mound. He will face the top of the order. First pitch to Hank Zeisler in there, a called strike, and it's 0-1. The Otters with 4 innings offensively putting up crooked numbers. Here's the 0-1. McAveen's fastball swung on, hit out toward left field. Fairly deep, backing up Bednar. He's near the track, and he puts it away, 1 down. So Zeisler retired, and now coming to the plate, Craig Massey.
Craig Massey.
The Otters' largest inning offensively, 4 runs coming in the 6th inning. and all of those runs were unearned. So here's the first pitch in just a moment to Massey. Righty on lefty battle. Massey 2 for 3 tonight. 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch. Fastball, middle, taken for a strike. Evansville looking for their second series win of the year. And if they win tonight, they would have a chance to sweep for the first time tomorrow. Here's the 0-1. This ball swung on, hit out toward left center on his horse White, but it's Bednar calling for it, and he makes the catch, 2 down. The Otters and Y'all's series will conclude tomorrow, a 5:05 p.m. Central Time first pitch. Catch all the action on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Next week, Evansville will head off to the East Coast, and they will play Tri-City for 3 games, followed by Sussex County in the weekend series. Here's the first pitch to Brian Fuentes, and it misses a little bit inside, 1-0. Well, that'll be a fun road trip. The team's only East Coast road trip this year. Here's the 1-0. And it's a fastball inside, 2-0. Of course, I'll be joining you, but I'll also be with my good buddy Adam Cohen, the voice of the Tri-City Valley Cats for the weekday series. Here's the 2-0. And it misses outside. I've never been to the Cooperstown Hall of Fame, but Adam said that he would kindly take me after the morning game, that 10 a.m. start in the middle game of the Tri-City 3-set. Here's the 3-0. Get me over fastball, called strike 1. Well, Tri-City has been a hot team in the Frontier League right now in the East Division. It'll be a good matchup for Evansville to see where they stand. Here's the 3-1. And it's lined back to the screen, foul. Florence down to their final strike. Oscar Campos had his 3 home run streak broken up tonight. He had homered in the last 3 games. Here's the 3-2 from McAveen. Swung on, soft line drive into center field, base hit, and this game will continue. I should mention Oscar Campos, a player for Tri-City.
Right fielder
So
for TJ Reed.
the Valley Cats as a team have been hot, but watch out for Campos in that series because he has especially been hot. And they have a chance to take a series off the East leading New York Boulders tomorrow. Now at the plate, TJ Reeves. First pitch to him. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. Righty on righty matchup. McAveen ready. And his 1-0 pitch. Fastball inside, that hit him. And Reeves down on the ground, oh boy. That's not good. Hit him in the elbow region, and that was a mid-90s fastball. Oh boy. He's getting looked at by the trainer. We're going to take a step aside on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Top of the 9th inning, 2 outs, and it's 11-5 Evansville.
First baseman, 9, Zabe Richardson.
So we're back here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Florence down to their final out. Here's Zabe Richardson. TJ Reeves getting looked at. He seems to be okay. 11-5 the score, and the first pitch to Richardson outside. So Reeves on first, and Brian Fuentes on second base. McAveen ready. And the 1-0 pitch to Richardson. Fastball at the knees, a little low. Well, McAveen got the first two guys out of the inning, but he has struggled to locate the baseball to his last two prior batters. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball low. Well, this game has gone on a while. We had a first pitch of 6:38 tonight. It is now 9:42. Here's the 3-0. Fastball high. So the base is loaded. Third man to come aboard in the inning with 2 outs for Florence. Evansville leads at 11-5. Here is Ed Johnson. Well, Evansville has played in a lot of long games this year. In fact, they have one of the longest timestamp averages for a game in the entire Frontier League. And it's been like that for a while. I was talking to Matt Will. He was the broadcaster in 2022, now the main man of communication. That was before the pitch clock and all the time speed up rules were implemented. And he said that Evansville averaged 4-hour contests. 4-hour contests. That is unbelievable. Back then it was normal. And now today you say, oh my goodness, 4 hours. So the meeting on the mound over. Here's Ed Johnson. First pitch, a called strike. Well, this is the 5th game this year where Evansville has played in a contest longer than 3 hours. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses a little bit away. But they've also played in a game that has lasted 2 hours 57 minutes, 2 hours 50 minutes, 2 hours 52 minutes, 2 hours 57 minutes, 2 hours 59 minutes, 2 hours 53 minutes. Here's a ground ball back toward the mound. This should do it. McAveen fields it cleanly. The flip on to first. Ball game. Evansville wins their second series of the 2024 season, and they have a chance for the sweep tomorrow over Florence. Your final score tonight, Evansville 11 and Florence 5.
Friendly reminder coming up. Post-game fireworks show free here at the ballpark, courtesy of our friends at Timmy's Tours. DFW here as well. We hope you have enjoyed
Thompson with the loss.
Military Appreciation Night, so stand by in a couple of moments for fireworks. If you're departing right now, the Otters are back tomorrow. Dog days of summer, it's a 5:05 first pitch time, and $2 hot dogs, plus you can bring your dog. That's tomorrow at 5:05, but stand by for fireworks.
Yeah, in that 5th inning, at the top of the 5th.
But Driver was because there was so much lead.
Driver was the last pitcher. But Thompson gave up the lead. Gave up the tie. Driver with the win, Thompson with the loss.
Here in the left field picnic area, we ask that you head to the grandstand area so we can appease the fire marshal and have a safe fireworks show this evening. Here in the left field picnic area, make your way to the grandstand area so we can appease the fire marshal and have a safe fireworks
Final score tonight here at Bosse Field, Evansville 11 and Florence 5. Post-game show coming your way here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Kyle Chandler with you, and we'll go ahead and hop right into the scoring recap. Evansville plated 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. They drew first blood. It was a 1-out single from Riley Delgado, then a walk from David Mendham, and an RBI single from Randy Bednar, followed by 2 fielder's choices. Paven Parks reached on an infield single as well. But then Yomar Reyes and Mike Peabody, again with the fielder's choice RBIs, bringing home a pair of runs and 3 total in the inning for Evansville. In the 4th inning, in the top of the inning, Craig Massey launched a solo homer for Florence. That made it a 3-1 game, and Florence tied it in the 5th. It was a 1-out walk from Alberti Chavez, and then a 1-out single from Hank Zeisler. The next batter was plunked by a pitch to load the bases, and 2 batters later with 2 outs, TJ Reeves hit a 2 RBI single to left field, which tied the game at 3. Evansville responded in the bottom of the 5th. It was a leadoff base hit for Randy Bednar. 2 batters later with 1 out, Yomar Reyes was hit by a pitch. Both runners came in to score as the next 2 batters, Mike Peabody and Jake Green, hit back-to-back RBI singles to make it a 5-3 game, which was the final lead change here tonight. Evansville added to their lead in the 6th, and 4 unearned runs came in to score. Riley Delgado led off the frame with an E4. David Mendham followed with a single. Then it was a base on balls from Randy Bednar, a sacrifice fly with 1 out from Yomar Reyes, and another RBI single from Mike Peabody. And then it was an E4, which allowed Jake Green to reach base, and 2 runners came in to score for Evansville, which made it, at the time, a 9-3 game. Florence tacked on 2 more runs in the top of the 7th inning. A leadoff walk for Hank Zeisler, followed by a single from Craig Massey. 3 batters later with 2 outs, Zade Richardson stroked a 2 RBI single, but it was too little too late. It was 9-5 at the time, and Evansville put the game to bed in the bottom of the 8th inning. A leadoff double from Paven Parks and a solo home run from Jake Green. 3 batters later, Parks stole third beforehand and scored on a throwing error from Sergio Gutierrez, but the home run from Green made both runs earned in the frame. So your final box score tonight, Evansville 11 runs, 7 earned, 13 hits, no errors in the field, 10 left on. And for Florence, 5 runs, all earned, 7 hits, 4 errors in the field, 10 left on. Winning pitcher here tonight, Tyler Driver. He threw 1 1/3 and struck out 2, did not allow a hit or a run or a walk. His only base runner was a hit by pitch. Casey Delgado started the game tonight, and he pitched good, 4 1/3. And when he left, he only gave up 1 run, but he also had an inherited base runner, and he got no help from the bullpen at the time. He gave up 3 hits, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. All in all, it was a great day for Delgado. Griff Hughes came out of the bullpen following Delgado. He had a tough day at the office. Runs, but 1 wasn't his, so he recorded just a 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 1 of his own runs on 1 hit with 1 strikeout. John Beamer and Paven Parks also pitching in the bullpen, as well as Michael McAveen. Parks and McAveen throwing scoreless innings in the 8th and 9th innings, and Parks went 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. Yonaker Villalobos takes, well, rather he does not take the loss. He started for Florence, went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Ross Thompson takes the loss. He went 2 innings. He gave up 6 runs, 2 earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Thompson with the loss drops to 1-2. Driver with the win, 1-0. Darian Williams pitched in the final 2 frames, 2 runs earned on 2 hits with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Final time of the game tonight, 3 hours and 7 minutes. 4,071 people came to see it, and our temperatures now 77 degrees in the night sky. But when we started, they were hovering right at 80 degrees. It was a beautiful day here at the ballpark, and Evansville will look for the series sweep tomorrow against the Florence Yalls. A 5:05 Central Time first pitch. You can catch all the action on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. For our entire press box sitting to my left, who put in a lot of hard work tonight, did a really great job. I want to thank them personally, and also we all want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you enjoyed the ride. Evansville picks up their second series win of the year against Florence here tonight. One final time, your final score, Evansville 11 and Florence 5. This is Kyle Chandler saying thanks again, and we hope to see you again tomorrow for the series finale between Evansville and Florence. But until then, please stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your night, but most importantly,